Hey everybody, happy Friday! It's time to play Ravenloft Domains of Dread with your favorite people here on Slices and Dices. That's right, we are awesome, and thank you so much for confirming that in your minds at the very least. I
My
don't.
favorite?
Again.
Well, I hope so. I mean, if not, then these people are just going to sort of zone out and go and do something less worthwhile than watching Dungeons and Dragons be played by 6 people.
No such thing.
No way. No
Why
way.
would anyone be doing that, especially on a Friday night? What else is there to do?
I mean, you could go and do what I just came back from literally minutes ago, which is to see the Minecraft movie. This stream, by the way, not sponsored by the Minecraft movie.
Are you sure? We had an ad for the Minecraft movie.
We did?
Okay, hold on.
We had an ad for the Minecraft movie in Twitch just now? That's hilarious.
Yes.
That's really, really funny. Well, maybe it is sponsored by the Minecraft movie.
I mean, next Friday when I'm not playing with you guys, I'll be seeing the new Stranger Things show on Broadway.
Ooh.
Nice.
The stream would love to be sponsored by the new Stranger Things play on Broadway.
Well, we need to do a Stranger Things one-shot then, Matt.
Ooh,
Yeah. The only thing I've seen related to Minecraft was a video of people just losing their absolute minds when, like, Jack Black is in some sort of ring and Jason Momoa. And there's like a guy riding another guy's shoulders. And they got kicked out of the theater. They brought a live chicken.
So, just came back from the movie theater, and wouldn't you know, took my kid and a couple of other kids and their parents. They were all sitting in the movie theater, and there's like a little bit of a kerfuffle in the front row of the movie theater, and I'm like, oh, okay, some teenagers, they're here. Okay, they're liking the movie. They're enjoying it. They're sort of yakking it up. Next thing you know, there is a scene in this movie where they're in like a wrestling ring and they're fighting against some, I guess, Minecraft mob. Is that what they call it? The mob? Yeah, like little monster,
no, I don't
right?
play Minecraft.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of
so there's a Minecraft mob where there's like a little green like zombie kid on top, and he's riding on top of a chicken, and they immediately scream out like in a very Rocky Horror Picture Show kind of way, chicken jockey, and they stand up on the seats and they start throwing fucking popcorn and soda on everybody in the movie theater.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, what the shit is happening? And I'm like, what is happening? What's going on? And I look over at my son and he's like, he's horrified. He has no idea what's happening. I look at some of the other kids and they're like, and a couple of the other parents are like, I think I saw a news broadcast about this that's happening. Like it's like a social media thing where like everybody's throwing like they're like at this exact moment in the movie where they're just go, they chicken jockey, and they just throw popcorn and soda on people, and I'm like, that's
kind of a dick thing to do, though.
Super
I feel
dick.
like they're trying to recreate like the early days of Alamo Drafthouse.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, where it's like kind of like because
but like Alamo Drafthouse
years ago.
Alamo Drafthouse still does like the quote along shows.
Sure,
but those are the shows you specifically go for.
I once went to what was called the Super Secret Fish Girl Sing Along, which is what they had.
What are you doing?
Which is what they had to name the Little Mermaid sing along in order to get around.
Nice.
In order to get around
marketing.
Disney.
Nice.
And I sat between two guys from college that I had already graduated, but they were both still in school, and I got there late, and so I had to sit in between them. Apparently because I got there late, there was all this stuff that everyone had been instructed to do throughout the movie, and during Kiss the Girl specifically, they were like, and if you're here with a girl, kiss the girl.
Okay.
So
oh dear.
During Kiss the Girl, I'm sitting between these two guys.
Oh god.
They both like took turns. Thankfully, they were somewhat respectful. They only went for the cheek, but it was still. I was like, "What is happening?" Because I was like,
"Did they ask?"
No, they did not.
Oh,
but also, this was 15 years ago. We'll say. So
we didn't talk about consent the way we do now.
Exactly.
It doesn't have the same ring in the song. It's like, you got to ask consent or then then maybe she would like to
Then
kiss
maybe
your
she'd say
face.
yes, and
Yes.
then you kiss the girl. Yeah.
I went to the Clue quote along,
Oh, now
and
that's
everyone
good.
was, everyone was given like a little 4th of July like champagne popper, but you were also assigned a number. And anytime a gun was going to go off in the movie, your number would blink at the top of the screen, and then there'd be a countdown, and your goal was to pop off your champagne popper with the gun without anyone around you noticing, so that you scared the shit out of the people sitting around
It's
you.
good. It's
It
good.
was
Amazing.
great. It was really fun.
That's amazing. I want
That
that.
was real
Sorry,
good.
a little
The
accident
stranger,
prone.
the stranger sitting next to me got me good too. I leapt out of my seat. It was
All right.
I love it.
So yeah, that was my experience in the last 2.5 hours before I came back and was like, so that was a thing. That movie happened.
dude.
That movie was
I am so sorry. A,
existed.
because I've not heard anything good about the movie, and B, because that.
I mean, the kids enjoyed it. They're Minecraft fans. They were like, "Oh, look, it's that thing," and "Oh, look, it's that thing,"
There
and
you
"Oh,
go.
it's the thing with the
Hey,
thing." And I'm like, and Jack
That's what
Black
the
is
movie
his
is made for.
Jack Black is his crazy ass self.
It is Jack Blackiest.
Yeah, he's like he's on
Yes.
super hyped up, snorting whatever the hell he's snorting, Jack Blackie mode. Throws in a couple songs every once in a while too. I'm all right with it. It's good with it.
Just Jack Black. I think that's just who he is.
Yeah.
I
So
think he just is that guy.
listen, I appreciate that he
Like
snorts
Chris
Jack.
Farley back in the day.
He snorts his own pheromones. I think that's basically
He
what
snorts
he does.
himself every morning,
Yep,
and that's all.
and
it
that's
takes,
what he
yeah.
gets. And he goes for it. So good for him. That's my review of the
Cool.
Minecraft movie.
Oh, I mean,
Or just in the movie.
nobody can ever watch Jack Black in a single role and say, "Well, he didn't commit."
That's for sure. No.
Like,
That
he
is
may or may-
absolutely true.
Like, he may or may not be your favorite actor, but that dude commits.
Subtlety, not a strong suit,
hard.
but hell no.
He's great.
I'm
in
wondering
the
what
new
other
Jumanji.
video game. Yeah, what other video game movie is he going to be in? Because he's done Borderlands, he has done
I mean,
Mario, now he's done
anything-
Minecraft.
Whichever one comes out next.
Anything that
Whichever
pays
one
him.
offers him the
Anything
I'm
that
waiting
he will
for
take the money
Brutal
on.
Legend live adaptation. 'Cause
Okay.
That's Jack Black playing
That's
Jack Black
right,
as
yeah.
Jack Black.
Yeah. That's the one where he's on a motorcycle playing a guitar, right? I remember that.
Blame
One.
the cube.
Yeah.
So.
Love it.
You know what else is unsubtle? This game. Let's get
What?
into it. That's right. We are
No
completely unsubtle in the way we play Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, we're here to play D&D.
I resemble
Weird.
that remark.
You're darn straight.
I don't
Here we
know-
go.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I am so subtle.
Hey, B Team's back again. B Team's back. Tell a friend. Okay, that was horrible. Jesus, why did I think of doing that like 5 seconds ago?
Yeah, especially when you've got B teams back. All right.
B Team's back. All right.
And for Liz,
Yeah.
I think Liz's theme at this point is, at first I was afraid, I was petrified.
Uh-huh. It's good. It's good, man. It's good. So you guys are still trapped.
Grzdlyln just constantly hears the Venga bus.
Grzdlyln is
That's
the
about
Vanguard
right.
song.
That's about right. So you guys are still trapped on this damn train, still trapped on the Sire 1313,
Forever.
stuck in a time loop.
The wheels
But-
on the train go round and round.
The good news, at least from hopefully getting out of this fucking thing, is that you have seemingly met someone who you thought at the time was the conductor. This presence known only through this mysterious voice heard piping through these magical speakers. And you met him. You found out that he was someone by the name of Tychus Ducard. Whoa. Sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's take it back. Rewind back to the previous loop, and you woke up and knocked on the door of this wonderfully sort of frenetic gnomish potion maker. Told them that told her that you were investigators, and she freaked out and killed herself. So good on you. You then went into her completely disheveled abode and stole all of her potions, or at least a good many of them. So yeah, murder and theft. Good for you. Yep. You
She was
then
dead.
yeah, she doesn't need them. then you went into the first class section and convinced a ghost through chicanery and deceit to play his organ, his majestic organ, only to leave him flat and just go off into the VIP lounge. Hey,
no, I played a song with him and it was very good. I'll have you know.
Yep,
You did.
you sure did. You played a song and then you left him flat.
And then he go.
Yeah.
And then the conductor.
Oh,
No.
The conductor told him to
leave
go
him
back to
flat.
his seat.
And go.
Exactly.
Too
It's
many
the
jokes.
conductor.
Very true. Very true. So once finding yourself in the VIP lounge, you saw that there was a massive safe in the middle of the car. And this
Oh, I thought you were going to say something about an organ.
massive organ was the car previous. Massive safe was the car that you went into. So organ into safe. Good. Whoa. Sorry. Anyway, the safe seems to have had some kind of a lock. The lock was both magical and mechanical. And although that through your efforts, you seem to have dispelled this magical portion of the lock, the mechanism that you will need to open this safe is still active. This gentleman, this sort of rakish rogue guy came in on you guys trying to open this safe. You encountered him, and he seems to have taken a little bit of offense to your being there. He seems to be perhaps someone of ill affairs, shall we say. So he took out his cane sword, you fought him, and you knocked him out. And after he came to, you learned that he had taken this safe from the city that the train seems to have originated from, the city of Metrol. Now, upon remembering several different clues that you've encountered through this adventure, you learned that Metrol originated, Metrol is in, or was in, the country of Sire. Sire had this big, massive cataclysm called the Morning, due to some war that Sire was generating with some weapons, some horrible alchemical and mechanical creations that it had made. And this cataclysm, destroying all of Sire, seems to have been potentially this energy, this explosion that has destroyed the train time and time again. That the train escaped from Metrol, but is doomed to fall prey to the cataclysm every single time it loops. You also found out that the mechanism that is keeping the safe closed is actually a combination, but has a timer on it that is set to expire 1 minute after the loop retreads itself. And so that, in essence, it prevents the safe ever from being opened. You also learned from Tychus Ducard, although we're not quite sure if that's his real name, that the actual conductor of this train is named Wilbin Dorian, just like the name of the train itself, Wilbin Dorian, Dorian Express. And that upon Ducard taking control of the train, Wilbin Dorian revolted. He instigated some kind of a combat with Ducard, and that the damage done by Dorian's weapon seems to have persisted upon Ducard from loop to loop, as Ducard now walks with a limp and carries a cane. So as a security measure, Ducard found some kind of mystical way to summon a horrible creature called a slithering tracker to kill Dorian every loop so that he wouldn't have anything to stop him. So, as you have all found out all the information that you can about Dorian and potentially where he is located and potentially the caboose of this train, you left the VIP lounge to head there, and you each drank from the potions that you stole from the gnomish potion maker. And Elizabeth, unfortunately, you drew the short straw and found that the potion that you drank was a flesh to stone potion and quickly became petrified.
Yeah,
Didn't mine same thing, or was it only Liz?
It
was just me.
Just Elizabeth.
What did mine do then?
I failed potion roulette.
You had found another potion of whatever giant strength was, but
You
I don't
Oh
know.
no,
if you-
that one. No, that one I drank earlier. But then I thought on the way out I also chugged a potion.
You did. I'm trying to remember what potion. that you
I can
drank.
see I rolled a 1d100.
Yes, you got a
Got a
76.
95. Then I got a 76.
I remember. I know that. Let me just check something here quickly. I don't know if that had any serious negative effects on you. If I remember correctly, I think it was. Let's check my notes here. Do.
Beep, beep,
Let
beep,
me
beep,
check
beep.
here. I might have to get back to you about that. I'm sorry to say.
I mean, look at your random potion list and see what 76
Yeah,
is.
I'm
That
going
will tell
to.
me what it is.
I'm going to certainly look at that. Give me 1 second. Let's give you guys some ambiance on the train. Still, you guys are still on the train.
Because
76.
I rolled a 95 and a 76. I don't know why I rolled twice.
You got advantage, so you got to choose the better option.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I
you
don't know.
used magic. I used the ability to see magic, so you were able to try to get an idea about what it could be.
I remember.
So Matt
I
gave you
remember doing
advantage.
that early. Oh, okay. All
Was
right.
it resistance
that did-
to? Yeah, was it resistance to lightning damage? Was that it?
I mean, it could be. It's either a 95 or a 76. It's what either of those are.
Yeah. So.
I
it
have
was-
a potion of resistance to lightning as well. So
Okay.
I have 2 potions, but I haven't drank either of them, and I'm not the one rolling for them. One
That's
is
right.
rolled
Oh
by
wait, was
you, or
one
is
of
rolled by
them?
Luke.
Was one? Did you drink one too? Was one of those me rolling for you?
No, not yet. I haven't drank
Okay.
any of them yet.
Okay.
Any of my
Because I have
from
2
yet.
left after this one that I just drank, but I was just curious.
I don't
Okay.
know. I didn't
4.
write it down.
oh no, yes, we gave Vaara a potion, or we gave someone a potion.
But
Each of us gave her potions, but she had said she didn't want to be the one to roll for them. So the idea
think
was
the
when she
76
drank the
was
one
for
we
them.
gave her, we'd roll for them.
Yes, that sounds right.
Gotcha. Yeah. No. 76
haven't gotten
is
there yet this
resistance
round.
to lightning damage.
And what is 95?
Did we choose 95? I don't think I checked on that
95
one.
is what I rolled right before 100.
Oh, 95 was the bad one with the mushrooms. Remember that one? That was the one where I was like,
yeah.
That is why you let me re-roll.
Mhm.
So it's resistance to lightning. So I have resistance to lightning for what? Like is it like an hour?
Let me check that one. Give me a second.
Probably won't matter, but hey.
Hey, you never know.
No, I believe it was 1d4 hours.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
think I rolled
Did we roll on that? No, we didn't roll on that.
We did not. I'll do it right now.
So 2 hours. Cool.
All right. Cool. Let me know when that's up.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So, unfortunately, you got a stone statue here who looks very much like Elizabeth.
I think Vaara sees.
Did you take Tychus
Elizabeth.
with you? Because he's there.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm carrying him.
Oh,
I'm
that's
carrying him, which
right.
is about to be
Hey,
very important because I think Vaara sees Elizabeth turn to stone and she goes ah and drops. Tychus
Okay.
on his head on the
I am
floor.
still swole, Grizz, so I'll pick him up.
Okay.
And she's like, Lizzie, you need to wake up. Help! Somebody help! What is happening? Why is she? Lizzie.
The sidewalk's different. Goes. Wow, you look heavy.
What?
Grizz looks back to oh god, Fred's character's name just completely left my head. Xarghuul. And it's like, I don't suppose you can remove any more curses today.
Xarghuul is still back by the safe, it looks like.
Yeah. But it just says, I
Could be
don't
hasn't
suppose
moved
you can I don't suppose you can remove any more curses today?
No. I've used up all my higher level spells, unfortunately. I mean, I could try something, but I don't think it will do anything.
Well then don't waste it. We will work with this. When I assume we wake up, she will be human again. So yeah, okay.
Wait,
For now, we carry. Maybe she make good battering ram.
This is what she have to train. Push me off the train.
No. Okay, I'm going to carry her. Maybe there's something in the potion lady's thing that's left over that we could.
Or maybe the train conductor can help us if we get to him before he dies.
Maybe. Where are you guys?
I don't know. Where are you?
I will shift ping.
So,
I'm going to shift ping.
Please do.
Yeah, but Vaara is not there.
Yeah, I thought I was there. I think
Where
I
are
just
you?
forgot to move myself.
Did you move?
I'm way up.
Did you move ahead of us?
Are you underneath?
I was way up
I'm
north
searching
at
the train
bar.
for you right now, and I don't see you.
There
Oh, there
she
you
is.
are.
I'm kind of safe now. I was even further north. I think I was at the bar where we found the wine that he wanted, and
yes, that's right.
I think I forgot to move myself at the end of last time because I was definitely there with
fair enough
everybody.
So it's nighttime, just FYI, right? Because you guys have sort of verged into the evening. It's probably about 10 o'clock at night, what I remember.
Okay.
So let me just check something in terms of
Well, it
timing.
seems that we wake up in whatever area of the train we fall asleep in. So if we make our way south, hopefully we wake up closer to the caboose and can help tomorrow if we die today. Yes?
Matt, it shouldn't be that late in the day. I record every time I look to see when Liz looks at her watch, and it was only 4 p.m. last time.
Oh, then fair enough. I'll split the difference. I'll say that it's because you guys did talk for a while, right? So I will say that it's probably about 6 p.m. then.
Okay. If so, we've got like 18 hours.
Yeah, sure. Yes, that's
Before
right.
it resets.
That's correct.
All right.
We can try one of my potions to see if it'll depetrify her.
I feel like that might be a waste of potions that might be useful later. I do not know if a potion of curse removal or unstonifying exists.
I mean, I wouldn't know either. I'm not an alchemist.
I mean, Xarghuul may be able to have a look at the potion, see if he does recognize one as a, like wyvern oil that cures petrification or something like that?
You're thinking of ballast oil.
Yeah, that's basilisk oil. I knew it was an oil of some description.
That thing, yeah. I just mispronounced it, but you know what I meant.
Yeah. Both on the same page.
I mean, I'll show him the 2 I have, if there's a way for him to discern.
I'll show him my 2.
Okay.
And the 4 that I've got.
Oh my.
Matt, so
yes.
I'm petrified in the same way that Moynot was petrified. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, so I weigh like over 1,000 pounds, but all my stuff isn't petrified. Just me. Is that correct?
I don't know if that's true. Let me check the petrified condition, right?
Okay, I just remembered that when we fought... when we fought in the Nightmare Realm...
The necklace on the other guy, not on Moynot.
No, but you look through a Moynot stuff.
So a petrified creature is transformed along with any non-magical object it is wearing or carrying into a solid inanimate substance. Its weight increases by a factor of 10, and it ceases aging.
Oh, that I can't carry you. I'm not that strong. I don't think I can carry 1,000 pounds. I mean,
this would actually be 1,400 pounds because she weighs 140 pounds. So.
I can try, but
what is the thing that determines how many pounds you can carry?
Strength.
Yeah, but I mean, what's the factor?
By 15, I believe.
Your strength mod or your actual strength?
No, strength. It's strength times 15, I think, is how many pounds you can carry.
Okay, then let me see here. I can carry 435.
Little off, unfortunately.
Yes.
Yeah. Even if we tried together, my strength's only 18.
Yeah, mine's 29
Which is
right
good,
now because of the potion.
No, that good. Yeah.
Well, good luck, guys.
Then what do we do? Do we leave her here? Do we simply wait? If we wait, this one will wake up wherever he was and no longer be unconscious and under our control unless we know exactly where he'll awake and can immediately subdue him again. I don't know. I'm just wondering.
Ooh, hi. Sorry, my mind is full right now, which is a relatively new experience for me. This is a toughie.
Difficult, yes. The secondary option that I can think of would be that half of us go forward to be closer to the real conductor at the next wake up, and the other half waits here with this asshole and the Liz to bring them along at the next wake up. What we do in the interim time, I do not know. Unless we go back and find Dragon Friends?
Or
Yeah.
we could try to stick to the plan and see if the actual conductor is alive in the caboose.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We just cannot bring Liz with us. So do we leave her here alone, or do we split up?
Those are the choices, yes.
Well, I can stay here with Liz. I don't mind.
Well, it's not like Liz is going to go anywhere. And it's not like we can help her in this time loop. So the only option is we either take a rest now, or go and try and save Dorian.
Is she gonna be stuck like this forever? Or do we think that there's like a time limit?
Oh, I imagine that when time resets, she will be fine again.
That is my assumption as well, but then again, we haven't been through this rotation like 800 times like our friend over here has.
Yeah, no, I meant more like the first time you were very strong, Grizz. That only lasted like
Well, that only lasted the length of the potion, which was, I believe, an hour. Which means I don't have much time left like this, and I would like to punch more things while I still can.
Okay, that is fair. But I was wondering if, because this came from a potion too, so do we think that maybe it only lasts like the same amount of time? I don't know how any of this works.
Interesting question. This particular potion is new to me, but that is not out of the realm of possibility. Matt, is there a check I can make to see if I know how long a potion of petrification, or rather, if I know whether or not a potion of petrification has a time limit or whether it is indefinite until broken by remove curse?
You could make an Arcana check, I think.
Would I be able to get in on that as well? Maybe give her advantage or roll for me?
Yeah, if you guys are both trying to think this through together.
What is your Arcana, Xarghuul?
I'm not trained in Arcana. I've just got a +1.
Yeah, same. So we're even footing here. What about you, Sai?
And I've got 5. So if you
then then my reasoning all of this out loud is my assistance to you. You please roll.
Okie dokie. A 17. That might be useful.
Okay. Check. So yes, the petrification potion, which is not a very common thing to have. It seems to be, just as uncommon as you could probably ask for, since it's not a very beneficial potion. It's almost as if someone was, I don't know, tinkering with shit and decided to accidentally fuck up a particular potion with some random ingredients.
How dare you?
How dare you? Yes, the way that these petrifications would probably take hold is it would be permanent unless removed through magic. I'd say with a 17, you know that petrification is not a curse. It is a condition that would be removed through a magic such as restoration. Not lesser restoration, because that's just not good enough, but something like greater restoration.
I do have lesser restoration, which is what Xarghuul was mentioning, that he may be able to try something, but it probably wouldn't work.
Yeah, I think technically you could use Dispel Magic too.
Would Dispel Magic work? That's a good question. Because that I do have, and I have it prepared.
Checking. It seems the answer is it depends upon its origin. If petrification, again, I'm going to give it this because of the 17 roll, right? If petrification is caused by some kind of a spell, like Flesh to Stone, then Dispel Magic could be used. However, if the petrification was caused by other means, such as a monster's ability or innate some kind of internal juices for some reason, like certain monsters have certain poisons or toxins that cause petrification, then Dispel Magic may not be effective.
But this was a potion, which is essentially a spell. In my understanding.
Depends on what it was made with.
It depends. What's the worst that could happen?
I lose a 3rd level spell slot, but
That's true.
It's worth a shot. I will cast Dispel Magic on Liz.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and say I'm basing this on a random potion generator. And I am of a mind that it could have been created by the effects of a spell that was essentially sort of like the essence of that spell was sort of juiced, so to speak, and then put into a potion, or it could have been from, say, the tears of a cockatrice or something like that. So I'm gonna just roll a 1d2. It's a random 50% chance. 1 says Dispel Magic works, and 2 says it does not.
I mean,
wouldn't you still have to roll for it anyway?
Pardon me?
Wouldn't you still have to roll for it anyway?
No, because it would depend on what level the spell was that caused it in the
Right.
first place.
I'm going to go ahead and say, like I said, if 1 comes up on this 1d2, then the Dispel Magic removes your condition, because it was sort of the essence of that spell being removed. If it's a 2, then unfortunately Dispel Magic has no effect.
I've never wanted a natural 1 more in my life.
Right? 1, 1, 1, 1.
Come on, dice, let's go.
And there you go. A 1 it is.
We won!
You won!
Is it similar to when Moynock got petrified? I don't remember anything that's happened between then and now. It's just like, you drink the potion and all of a sudden I'm like, huh.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, you've lost 10 seconds of time. Or maybe like 5 minutes of time.
I was going to say like 5 to 10 minutes of time, yeah.
You wake up essentially in Vaara's arms. So, because she dropped Tychus and is like holding you now. It is all like, Lizzie, come on, you have to wake up.
Sai puts the markers away.
Oh, that would have been a good opportunity to do that. You should have told me you wanted to do that. I would have let you. No, I'm sorry. I would have never. I would have never.
Well, this is new.
What? Hi.
Hi.
You're back.
Yes.
You were stoned.
I was gone.
She like
You were
pats
really,
down
really
and
heavy
like,
for a
just
couple
kinda,
minutes.
"Oh, shit." You were stoned. It was wild. I've never seen anything like it that I can remember.
You did absolutely nothing. It was amazing.
Oh, her.
Okay, now that we can all walk again, we are heading to the back of the train, yes?
I think
Right,
that's
sounds
the
good to me.
plan.
Right.
Judy,
did you want to
hold on,
do Smuckers?
hold on. And Vaara gives like an extremely detailed breakdown of the last 5 minutes that you've been stoned to like repay you for all of the time that you and then you woke up. And that's where we are now.
1 hour later.
Yeah, no.
That's
5
actually
minutes. 5 minutes.
fairly impressive.
5 minutes,
Vaara.
1 hour of
Usually you don't
explain.
remember things quite so well, so...
When I can remember, I'm amazing.
We should definitely
assume
see
I'm
if there's a
always
way
amazing.
to
I don't know.
keep your memories from this place.
Great. Pardon
Though
me?
I've made sure to remember them so I can write them down for you later. And
Thank you.
I'll add
I
them
do
to the list.
Okay, we should go.
Okay,
Then.
then. While I am still strong, let's go.
Yeah.
Don't forget our friend here.
Oh, do you want me to take it back, Grizz, so that you can punch things more easily?
Yes, and also he is like twice as tall as me. This is awkward.
Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, so
Just
Vaara takes him back.
Dragging a sack along the ground.
And
No, I'm totally weekend at burning him now. Being like, oh, this is the conductor. I don't know. He got to the Y dot.
He's not dead,
Just-
you know. He just
No, he's unconscious. He's just
dead.
he's
Yeah.
drunk. Just splash
Yeah, he's
a little,
just drunk.
He just splashed a little wine on him, and he smells
Yeah.
drunk.
So did you guys knock him back out again? Because he was
Yes.
like, oh, you guys knocked him out again. Okay.
Yeah, I think they knocked him out when he left when I got turned to stone.
Oh, I don't remember
Yeah.
that, but hey, whatever floats your boat.
Grabbing that sword king because it's cool.
That's fine.
So let's avoid the...
Okay.
Avoiding the
woman.
coffin, like
Yep.
Matt, can I try sleight of hand on this thing one more time?
What thing?
oh
You
my
mean
god,
the
look at
lock
that.
that you have
Maeve?
all of your things like jammed into it?
Yeah.
We just fixed a problem you caused.
So I'm gonna, unfortunately, Maeve, although I would love to give you goodies, you fucked it 3 times. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it's fucked.
Well,
Like I said
busted.
before, if you want to
That was
die,
last session.
you can try again on the next loop.
There you go.
But it's got like shards of metal that's just stuck into the lock.
If we die, I will... I mean, Grace could probably rip it open right now.
Hang on.
We tried that
That's
before,
true.
and you guys
Did
decided that you
I?
didn't want to do it. So it's up to you.
Oh yeah, that's true. Grizz is
We were
being
trying to be
slightly
quiet
more
before.
cautious than usual.
Should we be... I'm just worried about the constructs here.
Whatever. Don't talk to them. They won't talk to us. They never do.
Not that. The...
I mean, if we have a
man
crowbar,
archery? Do we have a crowbar?
So
That's a
Open.
me problem. It's
it's
not a you
worthwhile
problem.
mentioning that as you bring Tychus Ducard's unconscious body into passenger, first class passenger,
Okay.
the 2 Warforged at the front of the car, their eyes sort of glow green. And they see you sort of bringing him in an unconscious fashion, and they step towards you and brandish their weapons. Do you do anything?
Yes.
I-
I think that's a good plan. Sorry, our friend here is a little drunk. I found some very nice alcohol for him, and, well, he drank a little too much, so we're just bringing him somewhere to rest.
he bumped his
Eat.
head. It was very unfortunate.
He got into the wine again.
Make your deception check, Elizabeth.
Yes, sir.
I know you have
Give
a
him
very
help
good
action
one.
with that.
I feel
Does
like
she
we're
get
all
a-
assisting here. There you
Yeah.
go. Nice.
Yeah.
Your- let's see what they're... I don't think that actually they're going to be able to beat that, so no, they will not. So they sort of look at each other, looking back at you, and although they don't put away their weapons, they don't seem to sort of launch into you immediately. But their eyes are still glowing green, watching you the whole time.
Right. Thank you for your cooperation.
The dining car
Unless
is
it's
this
better
way.
than-
Fish and chips will fix him right up.
You see all these sort of well-to-do passengers that you've seen in previous iterations.
Come on, buddy. Wake up.
Excuse us, pardon us. We have a medical emergency here.
They're all sort of staring at you and sort of making snide comments. Oh my, look at that one. Oh my goodness. Oh, how terribly adroit. They don't even know what the hell they're saying.
When I walk by little Lord Pendleton, is he still reading his book?
This guy over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still reading the book. The War in Sire.
Yes. It's a very good read.
Yeah, the organ player sort of gives you an eyebrow. One of these as you walk by, Elizabeth.
Wait, does anybody have prestidigitation?
I do.
No. Oh, I don't.
Okay. If the a-hole whose mother killed us in the last loop is still there, if
He's
he's
still
reading
there.
something.
He is.
Okay. Is it possible to use prestidigitation to make it look like his book is bleeding?
Good God.
Wow, you
I mean, technically,
Pretty
that
dark,
is within
Jane.
the
is it a minor illusion? I don't know about that. Sort of a
Yes.
more minor illusion thing, but let me check out the wording of prestidigitation and see if it has anything about,
I mean, if I wanted to do something really mean, I could use prestidigitation to remove the words from the book.
that would be acceptable, I think. Hold on, let's see what prestidigitation says. It says instantaneous harmless
turn the
sensory effects
letter.
such as a shower of sparks, puff of wind, faint musicals, or an odd odor.
Make his book fart.
I mean,
I love
drips
it.
of blood
I love it.
would... Okay, making the book fart is funnier.
That is funnier. So you
Every
make
page. turn.
you make the book fart. Is that what I'm
I mean,
hearing?
I was
I've got thaumaturgy, so I can make the sound, and then you produce the
thaumaturgy?
smell.
No, it's actually pronounced. If
Yeah.
you're Canadian, it's pronounced thaumaturgy.
Is it
Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy.
Quiet you.
the more you know.
Hey man,
And also
let's not make
Arcana is
fun.
They know all about it. All right, so where were we?
I'm not gonna mess with this
all
book.
about thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy.
No, I'm
It's
not gonna
hard to
mess
say
with this book,
words
by the
that
way.
that you've only read before. No judgment.
Do I have to buff my way past these Iron Forge 2?
I mean, they're not connected to a hive mind, so
Yeah.
if you're intent on bringing Tychus all the way down from car to car, then these individuals who are keyed into who Tychus is, you're gonna have to zap your way through all of them.
Perfect. Oh, hello there. We are just transporting our inebriated friend down to the bar. He's
Alright.
a little drunk. We're hoping that maybe with some food and some water,
You
Kind
got
of a
into
little
that
rest,
rainbow
he can-
line.
yes, he can kind of be himself again.
Okay. What's the lowest you can get on a deception check? Because I know that you
20.
have 20. I don't
Yeah.
think then if that's the case, then I'm gonna hand wave it because I don't think that their insight is even close to being 20.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because of the subclass I picked for
Yeah.
Bard, I cannot roll below 20
Silver
for
tongue.
deception or persuasion.
Silver tongue, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have a wisdom score that even if they rolled a natural 20, well, that's not true actually. If they rolled a natural 20, they could beat a 20 on your deception. But since you rolled a 28, that is not going to happen.
Fair enough. So you're just gonna like wait until I roll a 20?
I'm
and
going to
then-
wait until you roll a
Try-
20, and then we're going to go from there.
Okay, sounds fair.
Come on, drunkie.
Make it
Let's
happen.
go.
Always take a chance. Yeah, as you wander through this car, you see that there's actually a couple of Warforged inside the potion maker Casmaranadal's space. They're all sort of like rooting around in there, cleaning up the glass, cleaning up like the remains of the
How
body.
dreadful.
Yeah.
I
There's
mean,
like
I did put her in bed and
Nice.
pretend like she was asleep. Did that
yeah, no. I mean, it's very clear after a certain period of time of people walking by noticing the fumes that have been coming out from this particular person's.
Wait, but didn't we vent all the fumes? I thought
we did. I opened a window.
Yeah, you did.
And then we cleaned the room with. No, we cleaned the room with like prestidigitation and stuff.
Oh, you cleaned it up? I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then hand wave. There's nobody in there except, well, the door would be closed then, so you wouldn't even have to worry about it.
No worries.
Okay, so you shut the door. I'm just gonna move it on past, so you guys can keep on keeping on.
I'm all the way at the bar.
Now, I feel like we need to be very careful going through this car because, as you remember, there's a chef that likes to stab.
Except, do we have VIP tickets yet or no? Because we didn't fall asleep in VIP.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
we have
that's carrying our VIP ticket.
If we have VIP tickets, we can literally go anywhere.
Because we don't have VIP tickets.
We don't have VIP tickets.
That was a joke, guys. I was saying that the guy that's unconscious is our ticket.
Oh, yes. Then in that case, yes. But he's back with Vaara, who's not with us yet. So slow down, guys.
Oh, sorry.
She's
We're
just
still
taking her
missing
time.
both Vaara and Xarghuul, I think.
Where the hell is Xarghuul?
He's taking his time too.
I don't know.
It's Xarghuul, not Vaara. Did Red stay back, or did he come with us? Oh, there he is.
There's a Red.
I just keep. I have the way I move through like space and computers and video games is like pilots. I'm inverted, so I keep moving the wrong way. Or I keep moving the screen.
You can, if you want to move easily, you can use your arrows.
So you pass through first class dining. People see, of course, you guys carting this poor schmo through the bar. And you do, in fact, I believe actually it would be that Carbuncle actually is in the bar at this point in time, if I'm correct. I'm pretty sure that he is.
Okay.
So go ahead and bring yourselves back to first class dining.
Sure can.
Because Carbuncle's actually there. He's behind the bar at first class. There we go. Yeah, so Carbuncle...
Is the Dragonborn lady here?
No, Dragonborn is not here.
Okay.
The Dragonborn is actually in coach dining.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
If you remember that.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So as you all sort of zoom through this area trying to get to the back of the train, Carbuncle raises his hand at Tychus Ducard. Hello, Mr. Ducard. Pleasure to see you again. Oh.
Vaara raises his hand and makes it wave back.
Thank you.
Are we making it and burning it?
Make a deception check, Vaara.
Oh, goody. How delightful.
We should do that. We should carry him together. Then put it like some glasses.
12. Okay. Let's see if Carbuncle falls for it.
I don't know.
He got a 13.
Oh no.
Beat me by 1.
By 1. Carbuncle sort of stops and he goes, "I'm sorry, is there a problem with Mr. Ducard?"
He's just a little drunk.
Yeah, Grizz like steps on Vaara's foot so that Liz can talk.
He's just a little inebriated right now. He drank out of this bottle, and I'm going to show the potion of inebriation. He really wanted a good buzz, and unfortunately, this was a little too hard for him.
Oh my! Well, allow me. And Carbuncle leaps over the bar and stands next to Tychus Ducard, and says, "Mr. Ducard often gets very soused on his rainbow wine. Sometimes he asks me to do this when he is in such a state." And Carbuncle puts his hands on Tychus Ducard, and you see a tiny little electric shock go through him, and Tychus Ducard's eyes fly open. And he starts coughing.
You're awake.
Ah, there we go, Mr. Ducard. Very, very good. And he sort of stares at all of you around him, and Carbuncle sort of looks down at him.
Vaara, I think you can... Go ahead.
I was say Grizz immediately scampers up to Carbuncle and says, "That was impressive. You must be the best bartender I've ever seen. Tell me, do you know how to make a pandemonium grasshopper?"
His eyes sort of like start wheeling around like he's calculating. He goes, "Yes, of course, a pandemonium grasshopper, with or without grasshopper."
"Oh, with, please, extra."
"Excellent. Hold for one moment." And Carbuncle leaps over to the other side of the bar and begins to assemble various alcoholic and non-alcoholic ingredients.
Grizz will stand on the end of the bar waiting for it while gesturing with her hands for the others to get the fuck out of here quickly.
Tychus begins to cough and sputter.
Is there a way of disguising my attack to make it to like knock him out?
I'm sorry. Say that again. Like you want to knock him out, but stealthily, right?
Yeah, I want to make it because I still have my greatsword as a walking stick, and
the stealthy greatsword, always the best.
Just hit him in the dick.
From the blade side, I hit him in the head with the handle, but make it look like I tripped.
Here's what I would say.
Accidentally knocked him out.
Your choice, Sai, of either sleight of hand or deception. I love Jane's like, shit. Well, shit.
I'm not trained in either of those.
Well, which one's better?
Yeah.
Deception.
Okay, roll deception.
I'll just stand in front of you, blocking Carbuncle's sight.
Yeah, if anybody wants to give me the help action, that'd be great.
I don't know how the hell they're going to help you be stealthy.
I mean, I am currently I am distracting Carbuncle, if that counts as self.
And I've moved in front of, in between Tychus and Carbuncle, so they can't see Tychus.
Let's see how well our friend Sai does with this deception check. Okay.
So if anybody wants to give me the help action,
decent.
It's a 19.
How? Okay. Just check something here. Okay. I was going to impose disadvantage because he's struggling, but I don't mind the 14. I think it's okay. Let's just see how well our friend... I'm going to give him a disadvantage on perception because he's being distracted by Grizz. All right, so here, with disadvantage, he rolled a 6. So yeah, he's totally like behind the bar. He's doing all kinds of shit. He's just like grabbing green fluids, and then you see him like open a bottle of grasshoppers, and one pops out. He grabs it in midair, crushes it. You see all this sort of green juice from the grasshopper flow into your drink, and then he just takes the carcass of the grasshopper and tosses it into, and he sort of swizzles it around with his finger, and he hands it over to you.
Oh, that's garnished.
Where does this drink come from? That looks like it fell off.
And Grizz will take it and take a slug and say, "That is absolutely perfect. You are my new favorite bartender. Thank you."
Of course. Anything for a first-class ticket holder.
I like the way you think, and she'll slug the rest of it back. She's a swamp goblin. She loves grasshoppers.
So, Sai, because you have had the ability to sleight of hand, go ahead and make your attack roll. And if you're successful, you'll knock him out. A 15 is target. So, yeah, you whang him on the back of the head. Nice. And he just... breadbasket.
Quick,
Brad's still got him. She's like, oh no. Let's get you like further down. Okay, let's go. And she just starts walking.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Carbuncle was probably too distracted to see his head droop, and he's sort of like pushing it over to you now as you guys hustle him out the door.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. She puts the glass back down on the counter, face down, hops onto the floor, and scurries after her companions.
Okay. As you guys have already surmised, there is another named Warforged, who is the chef, and you guys have encountered him before, and that's Chopper. Chopper doesn't like anybody disturbing his kitchen. He doesn't give a fuck if you're in first class, second class, VIP, whatever. And he raises his meat cleaver as you all enter his space. No one should be here. No one should be, Mr. Ducard. And his eyes swivel to all of you. What do you do?
Yes, Mr. Ducard is feeling lethargic and wanted the fresh air of the caboose to wake him up. So that is where we are taking him. We will be out of your hair in a moment.
Deception check, Grizz.
Yeah, totally what she said, given the help action.
Does someone want to give me the help action right now? Because I have a negative. No,
so to add to this, I think that Mr. Ducard would also wish for you to cook his favorite dish upon his return.
Yeah, we'll be back in like...
Chopper sort of like looks at Ducard and he's like, he has never asked me for that.
First time for everything.
All right, so Grizz, you'll have advantage on this
deception
check.
I got a 6.
Oh, fuckity shit. Yeah, so Chopper's like, he has never asked me for food before. You are all... And then he just raises his cleaver. Let's roll initiative.
We have to fight this fucking guy again?
Yes, you do. Again.
Oh, I hate this fucking guy. He kicked my ass last time.
So who wants your vigilant blessing?
He completely fucked my shit last time. I don't want to fight him.
I'm sorry.
This is a terrible, terrible start.
Gonna get some more water.
So Megan will be going next session.
Yeah, with a 2.
I'll see you all at the other side of this time.
So I could cast Vigilant Blessing before we roll initiative.
Vigilant Blessing is done as...
Vigilant Blessing.
Is Vigilant Blessing done immediately upon initiative? I didn't know that. I thought
it can be done at any time.
Okay. Oh, well, if it's an action, this is before... So you would have to do that upon your action.
I'll just double check it.
Yeah, sure.
It can be done before combat, so...
If it's done before combat as an action, then initiative takes place before that action, though, right?
Yeah.
So you'd have to wait for your turn to do it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Matt. Apparently I didn't have
don't
my
worry.
selected,
Your turn's gonna come before
God damn it, Maeve.
I'm sorry. I just want to let you know before combat started.
That's very kind of you to let me know. That's a 21 with your initiative, yes.
That is correct, yes.
Yes. All right, Grizz got a 12, and Sai got a 14, and Xarghuul with a 22, so it doesn't really fucking matter. So Xarghuul, you actually, with a 22, that's actually important, because now as an action, you can do that as your action, right?
Yeah. Okay, so Vigilant Blessing on Vaara, so she can re-roll her initiative.
Cool, so Vaara, because you got a 2, you can re-roll your initiative now. That's your action, though, this turn, Xarghuul.
Don't roll another 2.
A 5. I mean...
You doubled it, technically. More than mine.
Yay!
That's
well, I mean, Vaara is holding Tychus, so
that makes
she's probably a little bit
total sense. I'm going to say Tychus is not a combatant, since he is unconscious. However, if he is returned in any way to consciousness, he will roll initiative.
Wait, could Vaara use him as half cover?
No. I'm going to say no.
I mean, Vaara is holding him, though,
we haven't used half cover for any of y'all during any combat ever. So if I wanted to use half combat now, that would be unfair to the history of this game. So if you guys want to shoot, hey, listen, maybe if he misses, I would say it like this:
to kill the boss,
if you want to kill him, that's your choice. I will say yes if you want to use him as half cover.
Shield.
You want to use him as a human shield? You know what? I'll put that out there. Do you want to use him as half cover? I'm going to say that right now.
Vaara does not want to use him as half cover, but she's also like, I mean, if this robot kills the boss, then
sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's not on me. That's on the
again. You have to let's make a unilateral decision, right? So that it's not about like just you, Vaara, specifically. Let's just make a
so.
I'm not.
Well, I know. I was joking though.
So up to you.
I don't want to use the NPC as half cover.
You don't.
Now, if Grizz and Sai become Vaara's boobs again, maybe. But
I'm okay. I'm totally being serious here, folks. If you want to use him as half cover, that's fine. The attacks from Chopper will, in fact, if they miss, right, due to the fact that Vaara's using him with that -2 from half cover, if they miss by less than 2, they'll hit Tychus and do damage to Tychus. With him being unconscious, that would potentially do some not good things to him being unconscious, of course, as we all know. So up to you. Do you want to or not? It may
I do not.
It may help.
No,
You do not. Elizabeth does not. Sigh.
I have a not serious question. I'll leave it up to the others. I don't mind either way, but I have a not serious question. Does a meat shield count as a tower shield?
No. But I appreciate that.
Is it a siege weapon?
Different materials. Yeah. Different materials.
Only if you can throw it like a catapult.
That's fair. And then, Grizz, do you want to potentially use our friend Tychus?
I am not planning to use Tychus as a human shield.
Superb. All right, then let's move the move. Xarghuul, you've used your action to give Vaara a whopping 5 on her initiative. Anything else you want to do?
Well,
that is... He is going to pull out his crossbow.
Okay.
And take a shot at
So you've used your action, though, right?
Action?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So I'll need a bonus action.
You could pull it out, you just can't shoot it right now.
Yeah. Pull out and get a bolt loaded into it.
Roger that.
Where
Cool.
even are you, Xarghuul? I don't even see you on the map.
I was about to walk out the other end of the train car.
Oh, good. You're all the way
he's
down there.
just gonna walk right
way
through,
down
but-
at the other end.
Good.
He's down.
Yet
I guess this
again,
car,
I'm
I
right
guess
next
this
to
car is
Spike.
dark, and that's why I can't see you.
Totally fair. All right, so...
My baby.
My baby.
Grizz will shout out, because I do believe I have the spell slot left for this.
Is it your turn?
No, but she's going to shout out. She's like, remember, we don't have to kill him. We just have to get past him. Move!
Okay. Elizabeth, it is your turn.
Well, I would like to not take a hostile action, and I would like to try to convince him again to not fight us, and that we are trying to take our wonderful friend here down to the caboose to get some fresh air. And while you may not know his favorite meal, it is always good to experiment in your cooking, and I think you would be very satisfied with whatever you decided to make.
Okay. Now, although you have this silver tongue thing, I don't really know if that would be appropriate in this context. So I'm going to say you have disadvantage on this persuasion check.
Okay, I mean, I can roll regardless. That's
I
no
know.
trouble.
Yep, you're going to get a 20 or higher, right? So,
Yes, but I will still roll with disadvantage for a persuasion check.
yes.
That's
there it
just a
is.
20 then, because I have disadvantage.
So there you go. So let's see if he makes an insight roll that is higher than your 20, which is possible, although not likely, meets or beats at 20, he could, in fact, disregard your silver tongue. And
That's
you rolled
literally-
a 16.
You're saying there's a chance.
So he rolled a
Huzzah!
16. So he doesn't immediately attack. In fact, this turn, he's still sort of on the verge. He's not going to attack immediately. He's just sort of like weighing his options here. He's sort of like his head is swiveling back and forth between you and Tychus.
Yes, I mean, I just think that attacking us while we're very safely transporting your boss is just a poor idea, that's all. So I think we're going to go, if that's all right. Good day.
Okay.
But I'm going to walk away and hope he doesn't attack me.
So you walk away, and I'm going to roll a d10. I'm going to say,
Okay.
because of the fact that you've been successful with your persuasion, I'm going to say there's still a chance that his programming would take over to defend Tychus, right? Because that's what he's programmed to do. But it's a small chance because he's still like
Fair, but I mean,
small chance.
We're not,
say 75% chance. 75% chance he sees through your bullshit. Sorry, 25% chance he sees through your bullshit. 75% chance he does not.
Right? Do you want to roll a D100 then?
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll a D100. So a D100. Anything over 25%, he will not swing at you. Cool?
Cool.
It's a 49.
Nice.
So he does not swing at you.
Great. Then I'm just going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, because I have an extra 5 feet.
Beautiful things.
And then I'm going to look over to Vaara, and I'm going to be like, Vaara, let's go. Come on.
Okay.
This very nice
Technically speaking, sorry to interrupt you. Technically speaking, we're still in initiative, so if anybody wants to do anything, right?
I was saying something to do Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough. So,
Bardic.
Apologies. So,
yeah.
Bardic Inspiration for Vaara. Apologies.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to look around and be like, hey, come on. Let's bring our nice friend, who's a little intoxicated, down to the caboose for some fresh air.
And you just wave it.
All right. Sai, it's your turn.
Sai is going to move to in front of Liz and then wait, just in case.
Are you brandishing your greatsword?
No. She's just standing there with it like it's a walking stick.
Okay. Fair enough. Things are tense, but acceptable at this point. Grizz, it's your turn, unless you have anything else, Sai, that you want to do.
No, that's it.
All right, Grizz, we're back to you.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I am going to stand here and hold the dash action for when Vaara is safely past Chopper. So when Vaara has made her full movement on her turn, I will take the dash action.
Okay, fair enough. All right, it's now Chopper's turn. Yeah, Chopper, I think, is going to... He's going to hold an action. I can tell you what that action is. He's just holding it. So, Vaara, it's your turn.
Okay. Does Vaara realize he's like... Okay, not to get all metagamey, but...
Well,
does Vaara realize that he's like cycled up to do something?
He still has the cleaver in his hand, but he hasn't attacked anyone that's moved past him.
Right.
So it's your determination. You could make an insight check.
Oh. Would that preclude me from using an action?
No.
Okay, great. Then I will make an insight. 13.
Hard to tell, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. All right. Then Vaara is looking at Liz, who has told her to come on, and she just goes, yeah, okay. And I will use a disengage action as I carry Tychus past him. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, which is as far as I can get.
Okay.
Which triggers my dash.
Does.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Cool. Okay.
Except I would be down here. I'm not on his table. I don't want to piss him off.
Yes, thank you for that. Appreciate that. No feet on the table. So I think at this point, considering that none of you have taken any hostile actions, as well as Chopper, who's holding an action in case someone did something dumb, he will turn back to his foodstuffs at the table across the way, sort of more to the north section of this car, and begin to sort of chop up the potatoes and chop up the zucchini and chop up all the other food things that that he is planning to do. He sort of every once in a while looks back down to the southern end of the car and ensures that you are all leaving. But beyond that, makes no other hostile action towards you. So you are out of combat.
Okay.
Great.
Bra fights down the urge to ask for a snack and continues on.
Grizz absolutely palms a bone out of this crate on her way out and is gnawing on it as she walks into the next car.
Fair enough.
Gonna walk in first and act like I belong here.
Okay. Walk in, and there are a good number of these Warforged. If you remember, there is still the Warforged who are at the top of every car, the two. And there is an additional Warforged who is right next to Valdak Kalkarin, the Dragonborn who you were sent to find in the first place. Valdak Kalkarin's eyes grow to the size of dinner plates when she sees Ducard come through the doorway, unconscious and hoisted by Vaara. Just like, holy shit.
Can I message her and be like, play it cool? We've got this.
Yeah.
Great, then I'll do that.
She plays it cool.
Great. And then I'll turn to the Warforged and see if they have a problem with us carrying this man into this cart.
I'm
Like
going to
the
go
others
ahead
do.
and say you can make your deception check. Let's see how well you do.
Of course.
If you
I
get
can do that.
anything higher than a 20...
Yeah, I got a 20.
Okay. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens. I would hate for this
That didn't
thing
show
to
up in mine. It only says Silver Tongue. Weird.
That's
No. It's before cool as a cucumber.
It just got split.
It
That's
got
why.
split. Yeah.
Okay.
Because Sai and she rolled at the same time. So let's see.
Gotcha.
All right. So Warforged number 1. Nope. They, being the automatons that they are, they just can't get past your silvery tongue, and they think nothing of it. Strangely enough.
Yeah. I mean, as we've said before, we are bringing this man to the caboose so he can get some fresh air as he's requested.
Yes, you are.
That's all. Maybe
Okay.
move along.
All right.
La 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 la.
So you guys head into the coach dining car. Valdak says absolutely nothing, although you can see by her face that she's sort of like completely befuddled and confused by what in the hell you guys are doing with this guy in this state, in this place. How about that?
Who is the
Can I-
only... I'm pretty sure, is it Xarghuul is the only person who has talked to her?
I have.
Yes,
I was the only person
You
talking.
were
that's
the one who
correct.
talked to her.
I sat at the bar, had a drink, and talked to her through message.
I couldn't remember
Right.
who talked to her. Okay.
Yes.
Does she
so as
want to come with us?
Because
as
I
we
was going to
pass
say,
out-
like, if somebody wants to invite her to come along.
I was
That's the
going to do
goal.
that.
What's the goal?
I was going to do that. Otherwise, I was going to try and do a sleight of hand.
Well, as we recall, she has a guard, and probably can't leave the bar by herself because of her guard. So
That's correct.
I will
Oh, that
message
guy's
her,
part.
however.
That part I don't remember. That part.
Yes, she did something on the train before that got her the ire of the conductor
Correct.
and of her, and so she is
do compared to everything that we have done.
Right?
You have no idea how chaotic one single Dragonborn can be.
She's wild.
It's
She's
true.
absolutely wild.
She pulled a
You know?
Ferris Bueller on this train like you wouldn't fucking believe.
She
Oh,
was
no,
doing
no, she-
body shots in the first class dining car.
She
Keg
does,
stands.
do shoulders and
Keg
scream chicken
stands.
jockey.
Yep. Chicken jockey!
She tried to dine
She-
and dash.
She tried to ride one of the Warforged like a pony.
Did she try to sleep with this
Right
fucking asshole?
inside, stay alive.
Did,
We don't
did
know how
try
she
sleep
managed to
with
get
the
illicit
guests?
drugs, but she did it.
Yeah. She
She
spread.
rolled the odometer back on the train so no one would know how far she drove it.
She put the train in reverse at one point.
She
put the train in reverse.
She came down on a float and sang "Shake It Up, Baby." Now, shake it up, baby.
Shake it up, baby.
Twist and shout.
She's
in a leopard print sweater vest.
Yep, and a leopard print
Yeah.
By
sweater.
the way, it is now officially canon that every single one of these Warforged sounds like God, what's his name from
Ed Rooney,
the teacher?
Ed Rooney.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh
the
no.
teacher. Why can't I remember his name?
Ben Stein.
Ben Stein.
Ben Stein.
Yes.
All the Warforged now sound like Ben Stein.
Anyone?
Anyone?
Did she
Polly Smoot tariffs
Anyone?
raised or lowered? Lowered revenues? Anyone?
Now,
Anyone?
Did she befriend the alchemist, summon Bigby's hand, tie a rope to the roof, and ride it like a wrecking ball in Miley Cyrus?
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Inhale water.
I'm gonna say that one was on the 18th loop. That was on the 18th
Oh
loop.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh.
Multiples of 3 are good.
But I do want to message her and tell her we have a plan. If you have a way to contribute, that would be great.
She messages back and she says, "If you can get to me before the first thing in the morning, and these schmucks come and take me away for the whole day."
Which cart do you wake up in?
I always wake up in coach.
Right. Can I sit down to her and try to sleight of hand her one of the tickets?
I was about to do that as Elizabeth was messaging. That was what Xarghuul was going to do. That was what his sleight of hand was going to be.
I see there's a book here. I'm hoping that I can sit down, ask her to look at the book, put the ticket in the book, and then give her the book.
Yeah, make a sleight of hand check.
Great. So I'm going to sit down and
So would I be able to give Elizabeth a help action for the sleight of hand, because Xarghuul was thinking the same thing?
Xarghuul's behind the bar, so he could probably help me with this.
How do you intend to do that, Xarghuul?
Xarghuul, well, if I remember correctly, Valdak is a white dragonborn, right?
She's a blue dragonborn.
I thought she was white.
She's very blue, according
She
to this
is
picture.
super blue. Here, I'll.
Okay.
I was gonna do that.
I know the token's blue.
There she goes.
Yeah, I thought
That's her.
She looks like Chaos too.
She's got like
that face.
she's got that face like
Okay then. In that
My
case,
newest character is a baby dragonborn. I love her.
Xarghuul is going to try and distract the guards by pretending this time to cast Leomund's tiny hut, like he did last time when he was trying to.
You're gonna start to summon Leomund's tiny hut.
The way down. Oh my
No,
god,
he's,
Tychus. I am.
pretending
I'm
he's
getting the
there.
fuck out of here. Get himself
Things we could
arrested
do.
again.
Look at the support that you have from your
pretending to
teammates,
distract.
Red. Look at the support. They're like, I'm getting the fuck out of here, man. I'm just getting.
I mean, I'm saying right here, but you do you, man. If this is your plan,
I got the dude. I gotta keep going.
So, Red, I'm gonna ask you to, for the audience, of course, and not for any of us who wish to ridicule you. I want you to show us what that looks like when you attempt to deceive people by summoning a hut. Please tell me what that looks like. As Xarghuul, please.
Well, Xarghuul.
Oh, no. I'm not asking you to describe it. I'm asking you to
you
do
want
it.
to do it like a hand motion.
Yeah, I want you to be Xarghuul in this moment, Red.
He wants
and I
to
want to
see
see it.
your
I want to.
somatic
I want to
components right
believe it. I want to believe it. So give me the belief.
Come on, Red. You got this.
Okay, so
You can do it. We believe in our Xarghuul.
okay, so what I think he would be doing is kind of in on himself and just kind of just playing with his fingers and just like looking around suspiciously, like, I'm trying to be covert about this. I'm trying to be covert about this. I'm trying to be covert about this. But he's looking more nervous than anything else.
So just looking.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
So
don't look at me.
playing
I'm
with your
just
fingers
doing
and looking
Don't look at me.
nervous. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's.
He's literally the gif of
like,
Jenny Slate and Ben. What's it? Oh, I forget. But like Mona Lisa and Jean-Ralphio Saperstein being like, "Don't be
suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Yeah.
Don't be suspicious. Don't
Actually,
be
with
suspicious.
what he's describing, you know what it reminds me of? If you've ever seen that really bad PSA about marijuana from like the 1960s, I can't remember the
Reefer Madness.
Reefer Madness, yeah.
Oh
You
my
remember the
God.
guy who was sitting in the closet like doing this shit?
Are you trying
That's
to?
what that reminds me of.
Are you trying to imply that Xarghuul is a reefer addict? I get it.
Yes.
Okay.
Clearly.
Yes.
Xarghuul, I think
That's why he's so short.
Yeah.
It stunted his growth.
Yes, playing with your fingers and mumbling to yourself and sort of like, like I think not only do you attract
just not blinking.
I think not only do
Don't
you
look at me. Don't look at me.
not only do you attract the suspicions and attention of the two Warforged guards who are probably in their internal programming just thinking, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? But you're also attracting the attention of Valdak called Karen, who's just like, you're all right? You're all right, buddy? So I'm going to give Elizabeth the opportunity with advantage to make that stealth, or no, not stealth check, a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand.
Sure.
So good.
2 18s or 2 21s.
I don't even think that Valdak even saw that.
Oh no, I would have been messaging her like to just like, hey.
Yeah, but she's too invested in what the fuck Xarghuul is doing at this point in time.
I mean, she's seen him do that same thing before, so
it still doesn't matter. You're really putting it on, man. And she's just like,
like his like tails twitching.
Probably thinking to herself,
twitching.
"Wait, wasn't this little kobold blue before?"
yeah, that's true.
No.
Yeah.
He's still blue. I painted him blue.
Oh, you painted
That's
him.
right.
With a disguise kit?
We had a very
Yes,
touching
I
moment.
forgot about that.
You painted his skills blue with a disguise kit. Yes.
Excellent. Good job.
Cool.
Good job, team.
Cool. Works for me. All right, so yeah, now this first class ticket is in her book.
yeah. And then once Xarghuul has seen Elizabeth slip it into the book, it just goes back to normal, and it's like, I'm not doing anything. I'll just go now.
And while I'm doing this, like I'm just making small talk with her to be like, I'm asking about like the sights along the train that you can see, like, oh, you know, what's coming up next that I might enjoy while we're on the caboose. Maybe we'll see something really nice. Maybe we'll see like some mountains or a forest.
You saying this like verbally?
Yeah, like I'm just having like a conversation with her about like the weather, basically.
Yeah.
Small talk.
Yeah.
I'm just making small talk.
Yeah. She's like, oh yeah, yes, absolutely, yes. Tons and beautiful countryside, obscured by layers and layers of mist. But I mean, what are you gonna do, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
And I'm just gonna, get up, tap her on the back, and like, it's very nice to talk to you again. Have a great day.
Be sure to read your book.
Yes, have your best day, in fact. And then, yes, I will message her and be like, there's a golden ticket in the book.
Yes. I've got a golden ticket. Yeah.
Because Willy Wonka definitely exists in this universe.
Oh, for sure.
God, yeah. I'm pretty sure that Wonka's Chocolate Factory is a domain.
You know what?
Domain of Dread?
I believe that.
All of the domains.
I believe that.
He is like the supreme Dark Lord that created all of the domains of Dread.
Every room is a domain. Every room is a domain.
Specifically the Gene Wilder Willy Wonka, because he's the one where you're like, he might just let all these kids die. Like, I believe it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no worldly way of knowing.
Now, Red, can you do
going?
You my people. You my people.
Is it snowing? It is a hurricane of blood.
So you guys are walking through the cars. There's a lot of
Yes.
dead people in here. A lot of dead people.
A lot of dead people.
Dead people.
I think we're all dead, honestly, but
That's true. Undead.
Come on,
That's
Typhoid
why I
Mary,
see
catch
the-
up with me.
We're the living
There we go.
impaired. Thank you.
So, question: if we did a Ravenloft one shot with
What do you mean?
with Wonka as a
What is
Oh.
a one shot, Maeve? Like,
You mean
what
a
is
7
one
shot? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Successfully done that one time.
I mean, listen, my one shot was 2.
That was
Right.
Well,
Might have even been 1, but
We did do
This
girls'
happened.
night in one. We actually made
Girls' night
a
we did in
one-shot.
one.
We did.
Girls' night was a one shot.
We did do it in one.
That's the one I meant.
All right, so you guys have now
way.
entered the coach sleeper car. And
yes,
of course,
I have
you will
some
need
more
to
people
do
to talk to.
You do. The guards, of course, immediately shink. They turn as they see Tychus's unconscious undead body being hauled into the room by Vaara. And Elizabeth with I'm sure a deft,
I haven't rolled
slight.
yet.
I'm not going to say that.
I am going to walk up to one of the guards. I'm going to just take my finger and lower the weapon ever so slightly and be like, we're just taking him for some air in the caboose. It's quite simple. We've explained it to all your friends. If you wish to go ask, by all means.
They do not respond, so please make your
That's
deception.
I don't expect them to.
Exactly.
I'm just making small talk, Matt.
Make that small
That's a
talk.
21.
21.
Bra is doing her best crunk throughout all of this. She's and like hugging a wall.
That is,
Be careful.
again, better than what they have been able to roll on their insight check. So,
Wonderful. It was nice to meet you, gentlemen.
so they
Have a
lower,
great day.
they again lower their
Always.
weapons, and you're
Always
able to
bring a bard.
traverse.
Yep.
It is great that Liz uses her powers for good and not evil.
Yep.
I'm stuck in the door.
God damn it!
Right.
God damn it.
We'll stretch friends.
I will move you.
why do I have a feeling that happens?
Somebody get the
like that in real
kobold.
life
My
sometimes?
arms are full.
Just put him in your dress.
My baby.
Just put him in your shirt again. It'll be fun.
It's gonna be what I say every time Xarghuul gets separated.
This is now the coach passenger car. Of course,
Yeah.
there
Jesus,
are
this train is
skeletons and
forever long.
zombies, and it's a train. It's not like a friggin' bus. All right.
I understand.
There's so many people on this train. So go ahead and make your roll
Second
again.
verse, same as the first.
Same
Matt.
as the first. I'm with you.
28.
28.
Nice.
That's way up higher
Nice.
than they could possibly achieve.
Yeah.
So that will work as well in this car.
Great.
Great.
Just gonna
Yeah.
wave to them as we walk by and
Yeah, a couple of you hear a couple of like of corpses like tittering and sniggering as you pass by with this clearly unconscious individual who's like hoisted up on you, bruh. Like,
Now, Matt, a point of clarification.
mhm.
I gave away my first class ticket.
You sure did.
I don't have a second one.
Nope, you do
Am I
not.
gonna wake up in coach next time?
Well, I guess we'll find out, won't we?
I guess so.
Try not to die, everybody.
Let's hope there
Yep.
won't be.
Now remember, and actually,
Honest-
hold on. Do I have it prepared? Because if I
So-
do,
Honestly, I'm probably the best person not to have a first class ticket because I can talk my way into first class.
there you
It's
go.
true.
Before we all go through, I'm gonna cast Pass Without Trace.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
Doop, boop, boop, boo, doop.
I'm assuming you do
Yes,
that.
For an hour.
Do you do that when Xarghuul's not like 75 feet away from you? Like he's
It doesn't matter. It's an aura. It's 30-foot aura.
Matt?
Oh yeah, that's true. It is. I always thought it was each creature for the duration. Okay, so it's
Nope,
each creature that you
it's a
choose.
30-foot aura.
Cool. All right, so you're concentrating on that, and there you
Yep,
are.
I just put the marker on.
Beautiful.
I would like to
Which
walk
means that we can stealth through this next car, should we so
Well,
desire
it's
to
good.
not.
Kind of hard. There's people in here.
So that is interesting, isn't it? As you open the door, you do see two individuals who you remember. They are elven ghosts One whose name is Maeve.
Oh yeah, I threatened them.
You sure did. Good thing they don't.
I've never seen their tokens because I never went in their room.
Nope,
So
you sure
like,
did.
these people?
You're like, who the fuck are these people?
Oh, these two assholes that lied to me?
Yeah, Asher and Maeve, and they are rooting through
They're
the
trying to find their
luggage.
first-class tickets.
And Asher and Mavis, as you come into this place, they're rooting through the luggage. You hear, "No, Asher, it's not here. It's not here, Asher." "Oh, just calm down, Mavis. I'm sure if you just look hard enough. It's not here, Asher. I told you." Oh, and then they see you come in through the door.
I'm sorry, are you having an issue with something?
Are these guys the neighbors to the Griswolds?
We didn't mean to interject.
Now I'm just.
You say we. You're the only one who's walked into the car yet.
Oh no, Vara's here.
Bra's here,
I'm
and
here, which means Tychus is here.
Which
Oh,
means
God,
that
how
Tychus
far
is
did you go
coming.
past me? Jesus, I didn't even see you. Okay.
She's super fast.
I cast this goddamn spell.
Yeah, I waited for you. Like I was still there for you.
I know, but you still have to roll a stealth check if you're doing it. So that gives me a 13, which means I'm terrible anyway. But hey.
Okay, 13. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of big shit in here that I can scurry around and hide behind.
So
Yeah,
I
roll a
mean,
stealth check too.
stealth simply means that you're being for those creatures that don't immediately see you,
Yeah.
right, or hear
But they see
you.
you.
You're being very quiet or as very close to shadows as is at all possible, so that your stealth, your innate stealth, is better, right? I would say that pass without trace, it doesn't really work for people who can just immediately see you in broad daylight or lamplight.
The
right?
thing is, they're halfway down the car. There are big ass piles of luggage. I'm 3 feet tall.
Okay, I'll accept that. I will accept
Which
that.
is why I was like, I could theoretically get in here and just scurry around the piles of luggage.
Sure.
But I also rolled a 13.
I would
so-
say as well, for those of you who rolled, like, I don't know, with pass without trace, anything between a 16 or better, I should say, that you're not only being very hard to see, but also very hard to hear. So like you're sneaking, tiptoeing, you're not making a lot of sound either, right? Holy
Don't be
fuck. Megan.
He has heavy armor.
Heavy armor.
Clank, clank. Not to mention you're carrying a dude on your shoulder, right? So,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So I think
It's
that
okay.
they clock you pretty easily, Vaara.
Hi. She just.
Yeah,
She
Elizabeth.
didn't realize they were supposed to be stealthy. She
I mean,
comes in
I
and is
did-
like, "This is what we're doing now."
I mean, I did talk to them. I
You sure did.
asked them
Absolutely.
what they were doing and if they
Yeah.
need help.
Absolutely. And then for Sai, depending on how you want to confront the situation, Sai, you're like the wind, right? You are 20. That's a 24
She's like
stealth.
the wind.
She is like the wind at this point in time. You are just a rabbit, an unseen rabbit, right?
Is that Dirty Dancing that song is in?
She's
Yes.
like the wind. Yeah. In fact, I think
okay.
he actually sings it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Patrick Swayze sings
God,
it.
I love that movie. So talented, that man. So
Mm.
sexy.
I just gave myself an aura. I don't know if the other players can see it, but
Love
to
it.
know when they're within
You
my
can't,
map.
So-
you can't see it.
Yeah, so Mavis
I think
and
Matt has to do
yeah,
that part.
I'll fix it for you. So Mavis and Asher, for those of you who are seen or heard, I think are sort of a little taken aback. I'm going to shut you. There you go. Now you can see the auras.
Oh.
Yep, that's
You look like you've seen a ghost.
Mhm.
Indeed. So yeah, Mavis and Asher sort of stare at you and go, "You wouldn't happen to know about anything being stolen from our luggage, would you?"
I've never met you before. I am a first-class passenger transporting someone very important, the VIP, in fact, to the caboose so that they can get some fresh air. He drank a
But I
little
would
too
be
much.
careful. Some of this luggage might try to eat you.
Mavis sort of turns on you real quickly, Chris, because she hasn't seen you. She's like, "Yeah, God, oh,
Oh, I didn't think a 13 was enough to be
oh, it
stealthy.
was,
That's why I
it
didn't-
was. Their passive
Oh.
perception sucks,
Okay.
but not unfortunately enough that that it wouldn't beat a 12. Their passive perception
Yep.
is indeed a 12.
Ah, so I just made it.
You
That's
just
fine,
made
whatever.
it, but yeah,
They
rounding
weren't
on
what
you.
I was trying to hide from anyway.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. So yes, I
You
think,
told me you didn't have any first class tickets, so I don't know why you think something like that has been stolen.
Maeve sort of purses her brow and says, I don't believe we've ever met, so I don't know why I would say that.
It's going to
Again, my friend,
Was
she
that in a
has
previous loop?
a somewhat faulty memory. She probably thinks you're someone else.
a very
Ra
vivid
looks at the floor and
imagination.
goes, "Oh no, rats, rats! Oh no."
Asher says, rats? Oh my. Well, I guess some on every train, yes. Don't you think so, Mavis? Oh, God, no, not rats. And she sort of grabs her ethereal dress and sort of hikes it up. It's like, rats.
So you still didn't answer my question. What on earth could be looking for in the coach luggage?
My tickets and my husband's tickets. They were taken from our personal possessions, and my husband thought that maybe they would be in our luggage, and I do remember packing them in my suitcase inadvertently. But seems that they are missing.
That sounds absolutely dreadful.
They
Perhaps
haven't
I
thrown you off the train.
Well,
That is a good sign.
we were relegated to coach. Had to make some hasty donations to the train in order for me to actually ensure that we could get out of Metrol in the first place. Is that gentleman all right? And she points over to Tychus on top of your shoulder.
Yes, he's just been drinking a little too much. He just needs some fresh air.
Fresh air. Not any reason why we couldn't simply open a window. I don't know why you have to take him back to luggage.
Well, we're not going to luggage, we're going to the caboose.
Oh. Don't even know what's back there.
Neither do we.
Well, I hope you won't mind. We're just going to continue to search through this luggage for our tickets, and if you happen to see any floating around back there, maybe the rats took them. Yes.
If I see any, I will certainly make sure you're the first person I tell.
Well
Good
done.
day.
Well done. Bye-bye.
I'm avoiding
Okay,
all the
so-
fucking luggage when I walk, Matt. I do not want to step on the luggage.
I will go ahead and hand wave the massacre at Luggageville that would essentially happen again if you had decided to start to
Touch anything?
fuck around in there.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You walk into the caboose. And I'm going to go ahead and ask if you wouldn't mind. Just because it's important that you see the caboose a little bit clearer. Could you turn off your aura, please?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
It's very blue.
It is a little blue.
There you
Thank you. So,
No problem. You don't really need it. So.
nope, exactly. So here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to describe to you what the caboose looks like, since you guys haven't actually been here. So while normally you wouldn't be able to get into this crew-only area, your tickets, your VIP tickets, or your staff tickets have enabled you entry. And you notice that the door to the caboose is actually unable to be closed all the way due to the fact that there is a slightly upturned foot in the way. And as you open the door, you find yourself in a much smaller car than all of the others. In fact, this space looks actually quite neglected and unused, save for a few crates of supplies and a small table. On the walls are various calendars and motivational posters. You see a cat hanging from a tree branch, and it says, "Hang in there!" Exclamation point. And then you see
exactly which one.
a mountainside, and it says, "Persistence." What that means, you're not quite sure. You, however, would assume that this seems to be some kind of a break room for the staff of this train. But, as you surmised, the foot blocking the door belongs to a dead man in a uniform on the floor. I'm gonna zoom in on the actual caboose so that people get a better
I
idea.
think that we don't get to save him until the next loop.
Oh, of course, I forgot about Tychus. Tychus is still in here.
Can we? Yeah, he's in there too. Can we search his body though? Does he have any keys? Any safe
his fancy time loop knife?
Yeah, his perpetual.
So you can make an
violence knife.
You can make an investigation check if you'd like to search his body.
I am the worst person for this, but
hey, Elizabeth's not though.
Yeah, as
True.
you're sort of rooting around in there, Vaara, you dump Tychus on the floor. You're like sort of clumsily trying to root through his belongings, and Elizabeth's just sort of like gently and daintily sort of picking through his jacket and looking amongst his possessions. You don't see any material possessions besides his uniform.
Did we ever go looking on Tychus for a ticket of any kind?
Nope.
I thought we did, but maybe we didn't. So,
well,
he's unconscious. So,
also, there was one thing that I wanted to mention before entering the luggage area. Xarghuul had casted a spell while he was still in Grizz's aura. He's going to cast invisibility on himself.
All right. Excellent.
Mm-hmm. So he's now invisible, but when he enters the caboose and sees nothing in there, he's going to cast see invisibility.
All right.
So he's now invisible and he can see invisible.
Beautiful. So you're invisible and can see invisible. Okay.
Yes.
You do not spy with that see invisibility spell anything that is invisible.
Grizz is going to head over to this table and sort of take a look at the notes and everything on it to see if there's anything of valuable information here, since this guy has been trapped in here for quite some time at this point.
Yeah, you spy some sort of doodles, most of which are sort of just artistic renditions of a beautiful female face. You see sort of handwriting, not very much of it. And then it is, there are some words like, here we go again. Why me?
Wait.
Have we seen a woman who looks like this woman on the train anywhere?
No.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Nobody move.
Okay, why?
Because we don't know where the thing is that killed him. And Vaara starts looking around for the ooze or for any trace of where the thing that has been sent to kill him, like in that we know of in every loop.
Make a either perception or investigation check, Vaara.
I would definitely prefer perception, which is still terrible. 11.
Thank you.
Wow, I cannot roll above like a...
With an 11, you look around this space, this cramped caboose.
Vaara, you have a bardic inspiration still.
You do have a bardic inspiration. That's fair.
It's true.
Sorry, I was muted. I didn't realize it.
Thank you.
Do you want to use it on
D6,
this?
D8? I would.
It's a D6.
Like
D6.
All right.
Maybe this changes. Oh, with a
17!
So yes, that does change quite a lot of what it is that you are able to glean. Couple things, Vaara. Number one, you look around the space and you spy that there was blunt force trauma to this individual's head.
Okay.
But that does not seem to have been the reason or cause of death.
Okay.
You spy that there is an enormous pool of water underneath this body. In fact, it's right next to Elizabeth.
Okay.
There is a huge splotch of it all over his uniform. It's sopping wet. And you realize that the source of this fluid is actually the internals of this individual. That his lungs are filled with fluid. He died by drowning.
Oh. Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and say that with a 17, you get some additional information. That he actually died. Let's see, it's 6 o'clock or about 7 o'clock now. Died about 6 or 7 hours ago.
So right at the time.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning.
Yeah.
That means we need to wake up here if we're going to save him.
So, I had a thought on that, actually. I gave away my first class ticket.
Mm-hmm.
So that hopefully, in the morning, our Dragonborn friend will wake up with you. I can get down here immediately and try to save him.
Do you really think one person is going to be enough?
I think it's
if
better
he can't
than
save himself?
no one.
I mean,
all we need to do is warn him to come with us. And I am the right person for that, I think. I know enough about what's happening.
From what I could tell, if we don't wake up here, I don't think there's a chance.
I will wake up in coach.
I don't think it's fast enough. I think I don't know how we would do it, but I think we have to try to wake up here.
Maybe
I think
if we destroy our tickets so that we have none?
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like that might make things more difficult because we still need to deal with our friend there.
But if he's the truth,
and she holds up the warforged hand.
True.
Tychus is going to become a problem. Someone needs to stop him because he remembers what we remember.
That is true. If somebody could stop him from summoning the thing to come down here and kill in the first place, then that would give you more time to get him out.
Yes. And then hopefully with Dorian's help, we can find a way off this train.
Quick question out of character. One sec. Did we actually look to see if he had a VIP ticket or anything like that on his person, or did we just kind of look around the room? Because I don't remember.
Do you mean Dorian or Tychus?
Yeah, the artist formerly known as Tychus.
The artist from I literally just asked that same question a minute ago, and the answer was inconclusive.
I mean, we can search him again.
Yes, I think that we should search him again.
Yeah.
Because if we can get rid of his first class ticket, we can make his ass wake up back here. Maybe.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if we take his ticket and put it into Dorian's pocket, then maybe that's enough for them to switch places.
Oh, interesting.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Or if we give Dorian a first class ticket and one of us takes the VIP ticket, then we can, when the loop happens, we can wake up in those places and Tychus just stays here.
Vaara just holds Tychus by the ankle and starts to shake him. See if anything.
Is that your way of waking him up?
No,
okay.
It's her way of searching
taking
him
to see what falls out of his pocket.
Oh, a way of
exactly.
Taking him down for
Looney Tunes style.
Just shaking him.
Yes.
I mean, they call it a shakedown, right?
Benny,
Sarah
remember when I said I would kill you
Vaara
last?
At her soul level.
Shakes.
I lied.
I lied.
Exactly.
No, I mean, besides some pocket lint, he does not seem to have any kind of items that shake free.
So we're gonna have to do like a deeper investigation on this guy. That's
Yes, because the question is, he did say that he took over the role of conductor, but we do not know the mechanics of that. Do I just stand here and say, I am the conductor now, and it's my train? I don't think it works that way.
Baby, take the hat. I don't know, put on the hat. Now it's me.
Is Tychus wearing a hat? It's worth it today.
He's not wearing
His
a hat.
picture looks like he's wearing a
Saya
hat.
is gonna take a better look at his pockets. Gonna rip open the pockets if necessary, but it's gonna check him like from head to toe, see if he's hiding anything in his shoes, that sort of thing.
Nope. I mean, you do a thorough cavity search.
No.
And Tychus Ducard is not holding anything back. Let's say this.
I have an idea. It's a little unorthodox.
More unorthodox than a
That's
cavity
all we
search?
do.
I mean, it's fine.
I just chunk Tychus off the back of this train because that's kind of what I'm leading towards.
It's actually something I've been curious about. Can I cast Identify on both of them to see if either one of them are affected by magic or anything like that?
Ooh.
Because you can cast Identify on a person and learn things.
You sure can. It's not going to give you their backstory or their life history or anything like that, but it'll tell you.
No,
if
you
I
need
remember.
legend lore for that.
That's right. That's the fucking super duper spell. Let me see what.
I got one to spell left. So.
Yeah, and I'll even use the spell slots for it. Why not? Just so I can do it immediately.
So Identify. If you touch a creature, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. That's what you will get if you touch a creature throughout the casting.
Yeah. I mean, wouldn't the dead guy actually be considered an object?
Nope.
Are you doing it on the dead guy or the unconscious guy?
I'm doing it on both of them. I want to know if there's anything that's affecting them.
Again,
show
you wouldn't learn the property of the dead object or the dead person, whether it requires attunement to use and how many charges it has.
Well, I'm aware of that, but I know you can glean certain information from doing this. So that's
by the actual wording of the Identify spell, you will learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting that person.
Yes, I'm perfectly fine with doing that because I want to know. Even if it's nothing, I still know.
I will say that although... Yeah, I guess so. This is a extremely powerful magic that is being... It's not so much a spell, per se, that it was cast on Tychus.
Okay.
But I'm going to say... It shocks you how powerful the magics that have been cast on Tychus are. It shocks you. Because although it's not a spell that you could even possibly fathom, it would be akin to... Wish. That has been cast upon him.
No. So that means I would need to make a 19 on a whiz check to dispel that. Or higher.
If it can be dispelled, yeah.
If it can be dispelled.
If it can be dispelled.
Oh my god, my cat just pooped somewhere in the whole apartment.
Now...
Holy shit.
I cast Wish, and the cat
I've
poops.
been there.
Okay, so...
I gotta go find this and clean it up because I can't breathe.
Do you want to take a break for your cat poopage?
Yes.
I mean, it's time for break anyway, right?
I was like, it'll take like 2 minutes, but
yeah.
we can do that too. We can also make this better.
That's right. Okay, let's do a break. We'll come back post cat poopage and determine what plans that you guys. Like, wow, the timing is impeccable.
She is a little walking biohazard. What can I say?
This is the reason why I don't have cats. All right, so we will be back in a very short period of time. I would like actually to do some ads because we haven't done ads for a long time for our awesome sponsors. So we'll do some ads and we'll jump into our break and we'll come back in like 5 or 6 minutes. All right, folks? We'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, we are back. And people have in the break been cooking up all kinds of fucking theories, so I can't wait to hear
Mhm.
all about them. But before we hear theories, I want to say, hey, Stargana, thank you for the raid. Welcome, and we're lucky to have you guys as always. So enjoy the rest of tonight's session. Let's hear a little bit about what you guys are thinking, because it's always pleasant to hear that you guys are cooking up something cool.
Well, I have a question, but I need to do one more thing. I'm just gonna step out of the cart. I'm going to go back to one of these idiots, and I want to identify one of them and see if I have any of the same information.
So you're going to cast Identify, or are you going to hold on to them for 10 minutes?
I'm going to cast Identify just as a spell on one of them.
Okay. So you grab Mavis by like the arm, or I guess.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk and be like, oh, I think you have something there on your shirt, and just like tap them and do it.
So Mavis goes, I'm sorry, what? And then you grab her by the arm, and in a very sort of Christopher Walken in the Dead Zone kind of way, which like total shock that goes straight through you. You are aware of the fact, from a spell perspective, that Mavis has no spells cast on her.
Okay. Great. It's all gone. I cleaned it with magic. You're welcome. Goodbye.
Hands off! Hands off! She says.
Headset, please.
Right. So, I have a question then. How much does Liz know about the Domains of Dread?
Great question. She was going to learn a hell of a lot more by talking to Valdak Kalkaran, but
yes,
that conversation fell a little short.
It did. So, my belief is that this asshole is our Dark Lord.
Which one?
This asshole. The asshole we knocked out, and if we kill him, the time resets.
Okay.
Possible? I don't...
well, we know we're in the domains... So we know we're in the Domains of Dread. You can tell by his journal and the mist outside. Atlantic used to talk a lot about it. Some kind of prison? Question mark. If I overstep something I should know, just tell me, Matt.
Sure.
I'm trying to be very vague.
Vague away.
But Grizz will look up from where she is on the table, and she's going to pick up a piece of paper, and she's like, I'm going to be honest, I have absolutely no idea what we're supposed to be doing, but I have a pretty good idea of what's in the safe. And she holds up one of the pictures of the lady. Because, well, let's get real. We all know that when men do incredibly stupid things, it's usually over a woman.
I mean, if there's a person in that safe, they're very, very dead.
Oh, okay.
Just like
that answers
everybody else on this train?
Fair.
I don't see how that changes anything.
It's true.
Unless there's other magic on the safe that we can't see.
Oh, I think it
dispelled the magic on the safe, so I hope that did not kill her. That would be bad.
Well, wait, you did dispel the magic on the safe?
Yes, the magic is dispelled. We just can't get it open because we don't know how.
So
I think we should...
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, I think we need to wait here then and try to not die to see if time resets. Because if you dispelled the magic on the safe, what if it doesn't reset anymore?
I believe it will.
I don't think the safe is what is resetting time.
I think it's his death that's resetting time.
It's his what? Sorry?
His death.
His death.
Which one?
I'm going to
just pin them on the map for us so that we know who
I'm going to poke Tychus.
We either gotta use names or...
Well, listen, Dorian is dead, so I'm not involving him right now. Tychus.
Okay.
If this is a domain of
You
dread,
said
and
fight
he is
for a
its
second.
Dark
I was like,
Lord,
there's a plant here?
then clear that the Dark Powers have a reason for making him relive this day.
I do not know about this Dark Lord thing, but when we spoke to him before, he said that whenever he tries to open the safe, time resets.
Yes, because there's a lock on the safe not allowing it to reset until a minute after the time of the explosion.
I understand that. What I'm saying is, he said that when he tries to open it, time resets. So I don't see how his death, if he is still alive when time resets, could be causing the time loop.
Well, if my understanding of how the explosion is happening is correct, it is an explosion from Metro. The explosion from Metro, this train is trying to outrun, at least from what I can gather.
Yes. What you said a moment ago was that his death is what resets time, and I was simply saying that did not make sense to me.
When he dies, time resets.
But he doesn't always die, and time resets anyway.
He does always die. The explosion always gets there every single time.
Yes, but that is... He dies because of the explosion. The explosion doesn't happen because he dies.
Correct.
Then how is his death causing the time loop?
When he dies, time resets. What we need to do is make this train go faster. Which is why we need Dorian.
The wrong end of the train.
Just get out and push. Just get out and just give it a big shove.
We need to save Dorian so that he can help us make the train go faster, so that we can allow the timer to elapse and open the safe before the explosion.
Then we need to wake up here because there's no time.
You're right.
Yes,
Just
I do
why
not
I
know
gave away my first class ticket.
I do not know about your speed idea, but it stands to reason that if Dorian is the true conductor of this train, then keeping him alive so that he can reclaim control of his train seems to be the best course of action to get ourselves out of here.
That is correct. We need to save Dorian,
Yes.
bring him to the front of the train, where I imagine it's powered, since we haven't seen any other place where it's powered.
It is also possible that we can save Dorian and he can explain to us exactly what is going on when he is still alive. We just need to keep him from being killed by the slithering, stalking ooze.
Yes, so we need to save Dorian, but also stop Tychus from killing him.
Well, yes, but Tychus doesn't kill him directly. He kills him with the ooze, which means that...
Yes, so...
Unless we can murder Tychus... If we murder Tychus...
No, we don't want to murder Tychus. We want to knock him out again. If we murder him, time resets.
We do not know that for sure. That is your theory.
Do you want me to test it?
The point well, in a minute, perhaps, yes. But the point that I am making is what we need to determine here is where we want to wake up and how we're going to make that happen. Now, you seem to be suggesting that only you stay back here and somehow fight off the ooze by yourself with Dorian while the rest of us are up front. I think that is a terrible idea.
Not at all. I think that some of us should give away our first class tickets and then come back here into coach. And the rest of us, including our Dragonborn friend who will now have my first class ticket, can go and stop Tychus before he kills Dorian.
So you want us to split up?
Yes.
I volunteer to knock out Tychus.
Okay, so
I'm sick of running up and down this
front.
I am sick of running up and down this fucking train. I'll stay here.
Well, we're still going to have to go to the front of the train once we save Dorian.
Yes, but I won't have to go back and forth. I'll start on this end, and that is good for me. My legs are short and they are tired.
All right. That works for me. Sai, you're going to deal with Tychus and Vaara?
Yep. I mean, I could take Tychus down myself. Just smack him a couple of good times with my sword here, and he'll go down pretty easy.
I've tried, because I've tried to think through everything, and it makes my head hurt. But okay, so
this is just a theory I have
Tychus,
from the pieces that we gathered.
right? But that means that Tychus is gonna wake up in the front.
Yes, and try to kill Dorian in the back.
But
And
he
then-
kills Dorian by summoning the creature, so that is the thing that needs to be stopped.
Which is why some
Right.
of us remain here and save Dorian. So if he does summon it, if you fail stopping him, Dorian will survive.
No, I understand that. I'm trying to think, like, I don't know how to put this. When splitting the group, we need to, because we need like smart people in the front, right, to like drive the train.
Well, we will bring Dorian to the front of the train once we save him. And you will also have a new investigator friend. With hope that the ticket works. We just need to give her the plan as well.
And if Sai goes to the front and I stay back here, then we have staff ticket on either end of the train.
Exactly. And that just leaves... Wait. Where's Xarghuul?
He was here. He's right, but he's
Excellent
right there.
question.
He's invisible.
He's right. No. Oh.
So
I thought
he was invisible.
He casts
So...
invisibility.
He's invisible for an hour.
Yeah, I think he's doing both.
But he casts see invisibility. How can you do both?
Yeah, he's doing
cast a spell.
Oh, they're both concentration.
Are they
spells.
both concentration? I am so sorry.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
right.
They are.
So then, Xarghuul, you
And
are
as soon as you cast a spell with invisibility,
totally fair. So unfortunately, you've lost invisibility, but now you can see invisible creatures, which
Well, no,
unfortunately
you can cast spells, I think, while invisible.
No.
As
You're
long
just
as
gonna
you don't
keep-
cast. You can't cast a spell that hurts someone.
No. As long as you anything that will invisibility stops as soon
Invisibility is not
as
concentration. Invisibility is.
so
Oh, see, invisibility is not
Cool.
concentration. Okay.
right.
Yes,
So,
the invisibility is not
but
concentration. It's just an hour.
but if I am correct, I believe
spell
that
ends for a target
If
that
you
attacks
cast,
or casts a spell.
casts a spell.
Yeah.
So in other words, you cast the spell, see invisibility, and therefore invisibility dropped.
Yeah.
No.
So you're
I mean,
no
I
longer.
could have done it the other way around.
I mean, if you want to do it that way, that's
But
fine.
yeah, probably. Yeah,
You would probably
retroactively, I
know.
probably wouldn't have done that. I
Yeah.
probably
Now
Probably not.
you know for
Invisibility.
later, right? So that so that you are now invisible, having seen absolutely nothing whilst casting the see invisibility spell.
Yes.
Fair enough.
So that is just my theory, what we should do. If anybody has any plans or ideas to add to that.
Well, I think it becomes a question of where is everyone most useful.
Well, I can talk our way up the train. Grizz has a staff
But-
ticket. And
I
if we
have
have
staff
Dorian
ticket.
alive,
Sai has staff ticket. I will no longer be actually at this point. I have probably shrunk back to my normal size. I think it's probably been an hour. We've been.
I
talking
think
for
it
a
definitely
while.
has been an hour.
Sorry.
So I am
Time
no
is
longer
it, Matt?
Skull Grizz.
And I think that because of that, because it's been an hour, Tychus slowly wakes up from being unconscious.
I believe we tied him up. No, we didn't. Or
Did
we?
not tie
I
him
did
up.
I
Put him over your
mean, I
shoulder.
could talk about it again.
It's up to you. He sort of groggily comes to, and he spies. He sort
Bri
of
has
rolls
the
over.
backhand ready. She's just waiting for the go.
Yeah, he rolls over.
okay.
He sees the dead body of Dorian on the floor. Just sort of rolls over, looks at you all, and says, "Right. Right.
Do you enjoy reliving this day every single day for eternity?
he sort of stands up, dusts himself off, and says, yes and no. And his accent, as you remember, has completely changed from when you first saw him. Right? He has sort of a very effete accent. Now he's got a little bit more of a sort of a grittier accent. He says, yes and no. Not gonna lie. Can get away with whatever I want. Often have.
Must drive you mad. Talking to the same people, doing the same thing, never being able to leave.
You don't understand, do you? You don't understand anything. I've been on this train. I've lost count.
For a long time.
I've lost count how many years I've been on this train. But every single time that I come back, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've known the life stories of every single person on this train for years. I play them like a fiddle. Just as long as that one, and he points down at Dorian, as long as that one doesn't meddle with my fucking stuff, I'm perfectly
fine. Wouldn't you much rather have a new day, though, where you can do something brand new you've never done before?
Nah.
You're not stuck on this train.
I'm God here, darling. I'm God.
You are trapped here.
No more trapped than anybody else is in their life. Except at least with my experiences here, I can do whatever I want and not have to worry about any consequences ever.
Oh, there are consequences.
Except you'll never get inside that safe.
When you say that, Grzdlyln, he rounds on you and he says, "Ha! You almost got me. You almost got me going." One day I'll find a way.
I've already found a way.
Oh, baloney. Yeah, pull the other one. It's nothing I haven't tried for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. Go ahead, avail me of your genius.
Oh, I'm not being genius. I'm simply saying you've tried hundreds and hundreds of times and you have failed hundreds and hundreds of times. And you're stuck on this train with no new resources, no new sources of information, only your own brain. And yet you seem convinced that you can, in fact, do this thing. Would it not make more sense to simply stop the train and take the safe off?
I tried that. Didn't work.
That's because you're the one resetting it.
Oh, no, so I'm not. No. He wags a finger in your direction. No. I'm not resetting anything.
Really? So if I slice you right now, the day won't reset?
I mean, I've tried it, but that has nothing to do with it. My death has nothing to do with it. Absolutely nothing.
Is he lying?
Make an insight check.
Absolutely.
Ooh,
I cannot roll for shit tonight.
You're having a bad night.
I really am.
There was a 10.
Yeah, neither one of you are convinced that he is lying.
Okay.
Like, what is... I'm gonna make one just for shits and giggles.
Oh, why not?
Hey!
Natural 20. Very nice.
Yeah.
I was going to say Moina, but it's Grzdlyln.
I forgot to switch it after the last time I had to reload it.
Why not? That's all.
That's why I just keep my name
we need a bard of your bard.
Let me just check something here. Yeah. So I think that although you stare at this individual, Vaara and Elizabeth, you're not able to get anything from him. But Grizz, you're not a human. You can tell when humans are just, no matter how smart or how fancy they look, that when it comes down to it, they're just animals like the rest of everybody else. They're not above or below anyone. They're just at the same fucking level. And this fancy pants, whatever he is, you see a tiny little drop of sweat roll down the undead side of his face. And you recognize that immediately. He's lying.
Well, shit.
Well, shit,
I
what?
guess. Well, I guess you
Chris
are
over
as
there.
smart as you seem to be. He's lying.
No, I'm not. I don't know what you're talking about.
And like Grizz like hops down from the table with a piece of paper clutched in her hand, just kind of just strolls over to him, leans down in his little face, and she says,
He's standing up. He's standing up, by the way.
Oh, he stood up?
Yeah, he stood up.
Then she just looks up at him and she goes, "Oh, you are. I can tell. And it's fine, everybody.
Everyone...
So we could kill you and reset the timeline right now, but we're not going to do that because we still need answers. For example,
I have a question.
And she pulls out the paper, one of the papers of the drawings of the woman, and just holds it up because she wants to see his reaction when he sees the face.
He looks down at the paper. His face doesn't change. Just, I have no idea who that is.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah.
Now I'll roll the nat one.
Well, close. You rolled an 8.
I rolled an 8.
Yeah, hard to tell.
You rolled a 2.
Hard to tell if he's lying or not.
So I have a question.
This one, he seems to be either guarding or maybe he's just not lying. Who knows?
Yep.
Sai's gonna ask him again, are you sure?
He looks down at your little rabbit face. Goes, yes.
Okay. No, I'm gonna roll the insight.
Okay.
I gave myself the opportunity.
Be my guest.
Yeah, probably not making it any better.
Yeah, I mean, he feels like he's guarding something, but you're not sure what. Could be anything.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What exactly did you do to draw the iris of the powers of Ravenloft?
His eyes sort of narrow at you, saying these words, and he goes, listen, I don't know what you're onto. You seem to have been talking to that fucking Dragonborn, who I had to make sure that I dealt with. She's spouting all kinds of rumors and stories and horse feathers. I don't need any of that. Okay? I don't need any of it.
I have a theory.
All you have theories and gestures and articulations. I don't need any of that. I don't need any of you. I don't know why you're all here. Like, what?
We're here because we saw this train in a city when we were investigating a disappearance of a Dragonborn.
Okay.
It brought us aboard.
Yeah.
It's really weird that you don't know why we're here. You're God on this train.
No, it's just you fucking morons, all 5 of you.
Oh, really?
No, just me.
No, she's a moron. He points right in Vaara's face. And she's a moron, points in Elizabeth's face. And that one, she's a fucking ugly moron, points in Grzdlyln's face. Points in Sai's face. Now that one, she's got a giant fucking sword. Can't do anything with it except bop me on the head. I dare you. I dare you. Stick that fucking sword in me, little rabbit. I dare you.
Can I do that?
Somebody wants to die.
Flirting with me will get you absolutely nowhere. I'm sorry.
So
don't give me an opportunity to shove something into you. You might not like it.
Oh no! Please! And he opens his shirt and he says, "Right here, darling. Right here, please."
Not yet.
I never said I was going to use my
sword. We still need to talk to him.
Never said I'd use my sword.
Be my guest.
Also never said I was going to put you in the stick you in the stomach with it either.
That's fine. Use your fucking teeth, rabbit.
Don't think he gets it.
She pulls out a glove.
Okay.
How does it feel?
I love this. This is amazing.
So, pray tell, how does it feel knowing you left how many people behind in Metro to die? Taking up 2 whole cars? For yourself? But that eats at your conscience, doesn't it?
He stares at you. Make an insight check.
Grizz just busts out laughing when you say that.
Make an insight check, Elizabeth.
Can do. 21.
Okay, with a 21, you stare into the eyes of a true psychopath. He looks at you, and without a second even regard for you, he says, "Oh, all those people back in Metro. Oops. Sorry they didn't get out fast enough."
Or you didn't load the safe fast enough.
Oh,
It's a pretty big item, isn't it? How long did it take you to get that on this train?
not that long. I don't know where this is going.
Dwight, can we just knock him out again so we can make a plan, kill him, and start tomorrow?
That's all Vaara needs. She whacks him upside the head.
And he falls to the ground unconscious.
Yep.
Sai's just
Nice.
finished putting on the glove and is like, oh.
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
sorry.
Ty.
Planning on
It
taking his
was your
pants
turn.
down.
I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
It was your turn.
Amazing. He's
Oh,
unconscious
no.
again.
It's okay, Bunny.
I
You're
mean,
going to
you
be
can still do
upfront
that.
with him tomorrow. You just need to wake up before he does.
Oh, good, and I,
I mean,
have
you
rope
can still
too.
do that. I mean,
So it's
No, it's
he
more fun
cannot
when
say
they're
no,
awake.
so
No.
next time he wakes up,
No.
he'll feel something.
It's a lot more fun when they're awake. Okay, trust me.
Oh my goodness.
What's happening right now?
No,
I'm so
don't
confused.
don't worry
Don't
about it,
worry about
Farah. You'll forget about it.
You
And
don't want to know, Vaara.
When we get
It's
off
fine.
this train,
You
but
do not
until
want
then,
to
she
know,
will
Vaara.
remember.
Sai just walks over and pats her on the arm and says, "Don't worry. You don't have to worry your sweet innocence about anything. Just don't think about it."
So he is not
That's
going
the
to help
first
us.
time that I remember anyone has said that about me. Thank you.
I had no no
8.
preconceptions that he would.
Great.
I'm gonna
That's
say-
all right. We
I'm
don't
gonna
need
say
him.
it's about 8 o'clock. 8 p.m.
Okay, I have a question though. What was he lying about? Grace?
Everything.
Oh, shit. What was he lying about? We did a bunch of inside checks in a row. What was the thing?
Yeah,
He
you
was
did,
lying
yeah.
about if. Well, he was lying about
he was
if we
lying
kill
about
him if the time
whether or not.
resets.
Yes, if we kill him, time will reset because he was
Oh,
lying.
okay.
He said it had nothing to do
Alright.
with him.
Okay,
Yes.
got it.
So if you may stop
Wait a
him.
minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Xarghuul,
Hold on.
you said at what point on this trade that you could speak with the dead, right?
Can Vaara see Xarghuul, or would an hour have passed?
We
by
know
now?
you're here.
I don't know if an hour has passed since you cast it, but I mean,
She's looking around for you and saying, like, even if I can't see you, she assumes around. Like,
sure.
I mean, technically, haven't we been speaking with Dead this entire like?
no, I don't.
I mean-
but my point is, if Liz and Grizz, sorry.
Yes, Grizz?
Anyway, I
Coming
distracted
this fall
myself.
on
but-
ABC, Liz and Grizz, a buddy comedy.
I thought it was going to
Exactly. But if they're right, and this lady is in the safe, and Xarghuul could talk to her through the safe, maybe we could get like actual information.
I mean,
I
we could
don't
also.
know if we can talk to her through the safe, but there is a corpse on the floor.
I don't know.
We could talk to the corpse.
Oh, true.
There's a corpse right here. She kind of nudges Dorian's body with her foot.
If I
And
had it
also,
prepared,
it did just occur to me that if
Oh, you-
I wake, damn it.
Okay.
If
Alright,
I wake up
alright.
here tomorrow, I can make him, while he is still alive, appear dead, which may be enough to deter the slithering, oozy stalker being that comes to kill him every day.
Slithering tracker, I believe you said it was.
Well, There is one problem with that. We don't know, as the conductor, what all of his powers are. What if he can tell who's alive and who's dead?
Well, hold on.
I don't think. Here is the thing. He does not come down here and kill Dorian. He sends a creature to come and do it for him. Now, if that creature arrives and he appears to already be dead, the creature may leave him alone. It may give us enough time, if I can make him appear dead, to get him where we need to be. If somebody strong enough can carry him, because I will not be able to, because I am now weak once more.
It's true. Also, we found his notebook, and Vaara, like, pulls his notebook out of her pocket, and he says in his notebook that he could control the Warforged after he deals with the conductor. And she points to Dorian, and then he's the conductor now because he killed him. Because there could only be one Highlander.
Please give her inspiration for that, man.
You know what? I mean, I'll accept that. God damn it. Fine, you forced my hand because it's in my top 5 movies of all time, but that's just for just for now. You can't use it repeatedly, okay? Damn. You can't just pull out the Highlander shit and next thing you know, you get fucking inspiration.
Is it everyone gets one then?
No.
I'm the only one. I found the key.
She's the one who said it.
Yes. No. I was making a Spider-Man reference.
There can be only one person who gets inspiration. So yeah, that'll be
fair.
There you go.
But so my point is, if I can make him seem to be dead, then the slithering tracker would leave him alone. We could theoretically move him throughout the train in whatever way we needed to do. I would just need to be here immediately in the morning to get to him before the tracker does.
Well, then we'll wake up in coach and we'll rush down here and...
So then, okay, hold on. I know we have the tickets, and the tickets seem to be like where we wake up and everything. But how do we get you two to wake up here in this room? Is it just that you need something from this room?
Or I just get rid of my ticket?
I think the tickets are based off where we wake up, so having a first class ticket will wake us up in first class, and if we just have coach, so we can go get those elves our tickets. For anyone who's waking up in coach.
We had no tickets when we got on the train. We could probably just destroy the tickets we have and then wake up back here in coach again like we did the first time.
Well, no, we did have a ticket. We woke up and we had a coach ticket.
Yes, but when we jumped onto the train from outside, we had no tickets.
Weren't we assigned tickets when we got on the train, Matt? Or is it only when we woke up?
When you arrived on the train...
Could have sworn they were all in our pockets.
That is
correct.
They appeared in our pockets.
Correct.
Yes.
Well, so then I have a question, and I have an experiment. I'm gonna pull out my ticket. I'm gonna try to burn it.
Okay.
I'm gonna set my ticket on fire.
The ticket burns to ashes.
I start patting down my pockets.
You find that ticket in your pocket.
I do it.
It's the first class ticket still?
It is the ticket that you burned.
Well, shit, that didn't work. I'm going to open up the door and chuck it out into the space between the two cars, and then close the door and pat down my pockets.
You throw the ticket out into the mists, and it is enveloped. You hear, as you hear the screams of the damned begin to encroach on an open window. You see a horrible, like claw-like hand scrape against the window pane. You immediately slam it shut.
Pat down my pockets.
Well,
the ticket that you threw out the window is in your pocket.
Well,
Oh, okay,
shit.
never mind.
Something I'm actually curious about.
I was like, that ghoul's gonna suddenly appear in first class, but no, that's
have we tried
that's like
casting a spell right before time resets?
I don't believe so. I mean, we were in combat the first time we died.
That's correct.
And we were casting spells at that time.
That's correct.
I was thinking of spells with a duration. If I could somehow cast Feign Death on him, well, I don't have it prepared today anyway, so it doesn't matter. If I could cast it right before time resets, then maybe it would still be active after the loop, but I don't know. I don't know how any of this works.
Hey, query, Matt. Is this door unlocked?
Is which door?
The back door.
Oh, my bad. Is the back door unlocked? Yes, it is.
All right, I'm gonna open it.
Okay, you open it. There is a sort of a horrible blast of air, and you spy a set of lightning rails, something that you haven't seen yet, which are just a set of absolutely titanic metal rails about the thickness of a tree trunk extending out into the distance, and you see these sort of branches of electricity flowing around it and the back of the train. There is just a jet of electrical force that propels you almost away from the back door. And the mists of Ravenloft sort of funnel in and begin to sort of converge on the open door. You also hear you hear hundreds and hundreds of voices beginning to converge on the door that you've just opened.
Okay, I mean, but they're not getting inside, right?
You don't hear them going.
Maybe not if you close the door.
I mean, it's up to you.
I mean, I want to keep it open for a minute and just look out to see if I see anything else.
Okay, you keep it open, but you stay inside the car. You begin to see wraith-like hands and clawed arms begin to converge on that space. Faces and torsos, no legs, or just the withered remains of these horribly mutilated and destroyed persons, I should say, that have been just torn asunder. You see their flesh and their entire ethereal form has been just ripped in multiple places. You see the interior of their bodies glowing with this sort of ethereal blue and purple energy. But they cannot get into the train.
That was my query. Can I make any kind of check to figure out if these are, in fact, the ghosts from Metro that are haunting the train?
You could make a history check, I would say.
Sure thing.
I can assist her with that, I believe.
If you're assisting, great. So natural 20.
Natural 20. Yeah, between the two of you, you look at each other, you spy these ghost-like forms, you see the energy that's pulsing around them, you put two and two together with the color, the very specific color of the blast that has overwhelmed the train time and time again. You've seen it now at least twice. And you see that these ghosts, these wraiths, these specters, they have these pulses of energy that are running through their spectral forms that are of the exact same purplish blue color.
As I expected. Okay. I wonder something, actually. If we're going to reset time, what if we push him out of the train?
Which one?
Antiochus.
Oh. I mean, might as well. But if we reset time, we're all waking up in the front of the train again, as far as we know, unless you wake up in the car you fell asleep in. Or the car
I think
you
we wake up in the car we have a ticket for. Well, I don't have a first class ticket, so I should wake up.
Yes, well, I've been trying. Okay, fine. I just want to wake up here so I can save this asshole and get off this fucking train.
Well, as I said, if you give away your first class ticket, you should wake up and coach.
I'm going. And she's like, yes, I get it. I heard you. I'm just annoyed. And
I understand.
She's gonna go march back up into this car and be like, here, you want first class? Have first class. And we'll hand them her goddamn ticket.
Okay. You hand your first class ticket to Maeve. She looks down at you. She goes, oh, well, wonderful. And she snatches it out of your hand. Asher looks over and, do you have a second ticket? We did come together.
I mean, maybe you can talk your way past the guards, but personally, no, I only have one. Maybe one of my friends is feeling equally kind.
Oh, dear.
And then she's just gonna walk away.
And you just, as you walk away, you just hear Maeve saying, oh, Asher, don't make such a big deal out of it. And then the door closes.
Right, that's one ticket gone.
When one person gets upgraded in a couple and the other doesn't. Anyway.
I'm telling you, the neighbors to the Griswolds.
They are.
Can I make any sort of survival check to see if I have any idea of where before, like, to track where it, like, does it just appear in this room with him?
Does what appear?
The ooze to kill Dorian.
Make an investigation check. Make an investigation check.
Investigation, not survival. I can't track
No,
it.
definitely. I'll accept survival. Yeah, I'll accept it.
Okay.
That's fine.
Great, thank you. All right. Come on. Let's roll above a 10 for the first time tonight. Let's go.
Oh, fuck.
Did it work? Did it work?
You got a 7.
Yeah, Jesus. I did say I wanted to assist her. Does that?
Oh, Lord.
Did you hear me say? I said it out loud. I said I will assist.
I didn't hear anybody say that at all. I didn't hear
I
anybody.
I
didn't hear anybody.
It,
Tell you what, Vaara, roll it again.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Fair enough.
Baby girl.
All right. It's only because I'm a kind person.
You are very kind and benevolent.
Your flattery will get you everywhere. So I think with a 24, yeah, that's pretty darn good. I would say that gives you a lot more information, actually, about this thing.
Okay.
That you didn't expect. Number one, there's obviously this puddle of water, right?
Yeah.
Which intimates that that he drowned from this ooze, ostensibly. As you trace the ooze, if it is in fact some kind of a liquefied creature, you sort of spot that there are drops of fluid falling on Dorian's body from the ceiling.
Okay.
You slowly look up, and there is a wet trail across the ceiling, the entirety of the ceiling. And it goes all the way from where the body is to the sink.
Oh.
The sink on the side of the room.
Fucking diabolical,
Hold on.
actually.
Hold on. I have an idea. Is there anything in the room, any fabric, any like pieces of wood or anything that I can stop up the sink?
I mean, there's a whole bunch of paper over here.
Okay, something happened. I can't see anything anymore. Oh, there's a bottle of wine though. I remember a bottle of.
Oh, it's because your token is no longer on the board. Drag yourself back on.
Did you take your token off the board?
I have no idea.
I think you deleted your token.
I don't think I did anything. What? How?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Token's gone.
Don't delete on your keyboard while you had your token highlighted is all it would take.
It's possible.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'll just re-add your token.
Thank you. Can I take the cork from that bottle of wine though, and can I stuff it up the
Absolutely.
the faucet,
Yeah.
and then I will take any sort of like paper or rags or like anything I can find, and I will stuff it down the drain as well to see if we can affect change moving forward. I
Sure.
don't know if it'll work, but even if it buys us a few minutes for the two of you to try to get down here, then Ra's gonna do it.
All right.
Well,
All right.
She's gonna do her best to fuck up the plumbing.
Can you
essentially.
see now, by the way, Megan?
I saw the highlight and I see my name, but it looks like I'm blind. Everything is
Reload
black.
roll. Maybe just
reload roll 20. You may have
Alright.
2 tokens on the board. Who knows?
Maybe.
No worries. All right. So you take the cork, you shove it in the faucet. You take some papers, you shove it down the drain. Yeah.
I have a question, Matt.
No.
Are-
I don't see anything still. I don't know what's going on.
How we look physically when we wake up every morning, does that change based on how we changed ourselves during that day?
I don't understand your question. I'm sorry.
Well, for instance, we used a disguise kit to get into first class.
Correct.
Do we still look like that?
Yes. Currently, yes.
So how we dress ourselves does transfer over then? from the sounds of it.
No. Your disguise kit that you used earlier this loop.
Oh, no, sorry. I meant the last loop.
No. Your disguise kit that you used last loop is still with you.
Oh, no, I just didn't know because I disguised myself in a very specific way.
Yes, I remember.
The first class. So I didn't know if that was still
No,
the same.
it is not.
Okay. I had a plan, but that won't work then. But I do have another plan.
Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work or not. I'm just trying to buy you time, and whoever's staying back here, know it comes from the sink.
This is a very good thing to know. Yes, agreed.
Well, I mean, if it's trying to drown him, I can probably help with that.
Do you have... Sorry, Megan. Do you have any dark vision at all as a Goliath? I don't believe you do, but I could be wrong.
Hold on. Let me check my D&D Beyond.
Because if you don't, I would have to give you light.
I do not.
I could give him water breathing.
All right, so I'm just going to give you light in a 10-foot
Not
radius.
what I was thinking.
I'm just throwing out ideas. It's something I can do.
There you go.
Oh, okay, that's better. Oh, it's pitch black back there? Is that why?
It's pretty dark.
think it's a great idea.
Whatever dynamic lighting Matt has on, like, you can't see the whole way down a car.
Correct.
Right, which is fine. It was nothing. So I was like, oh shit, have I just been standing in the dark this entire time? Ooh. I'm amazed I saw anything from the sink. Guys, I think I'm discovering new talents.
Yes.
Oh, you also got a pretty darn high score as well, for the survival score, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
24.
So we talked about the wet trail.
Uh-huh.
You also notice, just because this guy's uniform, Dorian's uniform, is all disheveled and stuff, you assume that whatever this thing was, that he clearly struggled and wrestled with it before he succumbed to whatever this thing did to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
He fought, so it's not like he just, went out like a wuss. Yeah, he's got some talent, but whatever this thing was, it seems pretty powerful.
We know he drowned, basically, right?
That's the cause of death.
Whatever drowned him came from the sink.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Which I've now tried to stop as best I can. I don't know if it'll stay when it resets, but
okay.
So but it is a good try. It's a good try.
I've tried.
Well, the Southern Tracker.
I have an idea.
I also have an idea, but what's your idea, Sai?
What if we perform a little unnecessary surgery on Tychus and take away his ability to speak using the special knife?
Not my thought. Plus, we haven't found the special knife. I actually don't think it has anything to do with the knife. I think it has to do with the conductor.
No, but the point that Sai was making is simply that if he cannot talk, he cannot summon the slithering what's-its to get down here.
Because the knife is an eternal wound. That's why he limps. So if we cut out his tongue, he can't talk anymore.
But we don't have the knife, so point is
But do we not? I thought we did.
No, we have not found the magic knife.
You are actually on a very good thought. What if we check our conductor here?
I mean, we've searched his
body. No, not.
Times at this
I
point.
do not mean to search his body. I mean to search inside of his body.
I'm sorry?
Another cavity search?
This is the title of the episode tonight, folks. It's cavity searches. It's theories.
Cavity searches and chaos.
Yeah, cavity searches and theories abound. I guess wow.
Eternal cavity search theory.
The eternal cavity search. It sounds like a really cool ska band. We are the eternal cavity search theory. I hope you like our set.
So if these all right, let's just stop. If the slithering tracker is a creature, what if it didn't just drown him? What if it's inside of him still?
To blave. Sorry.
Squeeze.
Exactly.
Squeeze it out.
Matt, you get it.
I got it. I got you.
Your mind is a very strange place, and I
don't know
over
any
here.
of it. I don't know
You know
any
what? That's
corner
a
of
great
my own
idea.
mind. So
Size into it.
Well,
And size.
we don't know. Oh, so no. Look at the clues. It came from the sink. It went up the roof. There's a puddle underneath him, but it didn't go anywhere else. It left a trail to his body. So either it's inside of him, or maybe it's made of water or something.
I
kind of think it's the second thing, but if you really want to cut him open, go ahead, I guess.
I mean, I don't want to.
Sure. Pulls out the greatsword.
I'll just do minor surgery. I'll put this. Let's make the Y.
That is not how you do a tracheotomy. For the record.
Slices and Dices does not condone the actions of any of its players at this current time. Does not condone the mutilation of any NPCs.
I am trying
or
to
PCs.
The last time that I thought Maeve was wrong, it turns out she was right. So if she wants to chop the guy open, I'm like, well, maybe it's 2 for 2. I don't know. I think it's a little crazy, but what the fuck? Grizz is chaotic neutral. She doesn't give a shit if you want to cut this fucker open.
I don't want to. I just
no
want to
idea
confirm
what
if
she
it's...
is.
I mean, Sai's evil as shit. She'll cut a corpse open no matter what.
Okay.
So,
all right.
She gets an excuse to. She'll do it.
If it
is starting
Sorry, rewind about 10 seconds. Sai is evil as shit?
Sai, you're evil?
Or do we? I have to do this reminder of like her original mission was to kill an elf child, right? Like that's the entire reason why she's exploring.
I want to kill a kid.
I believe you specified though that the little fucker deserved it.
Nice. See, in second edition, here's the interesting thing. In second edition Ravenloft, if you did something that like morally was like super dark, or even you would do, if you did something that was morally dark or something that was like really fucked
repugnant
up, then you did what's called a powers roll, a dark powers roll.
Oh.
So I think it's only fair if Sai, if you were intent on doing this, that we do that.
Yes.
Yeah, go. Push the button. Do it.
How do you feel about that? Okay.
This is why I am on the other side of the train car.
I am right next to her, and Vaara has no clue what's about to happen. So she's just gonna do.
It's a reason why rabbits have red eyes.
Now, am I gonna have to do 1 2 since I suggested it, Matt?
Be right back.
Let's focus in on Sai for a second here. Sai, what are you gonna do?
So she still has the the sword cane. She'll probably use that because it's a much finer blade. Yeah, might as well open them up and see what's what.
Okay.
Oh god. Immediate from Vaara.
I'm going to assign a chance of failure of this dark powers check, and I'm going to ask you to roll a D100. See, here's the thing. Most times, players will run characters in a heroic fashion, but sometimes players opt to have their characters undertake actions of questionable morality.
Never.
But, you know, in most game worlds, killing a person of little value could be gotten away with. But here's the problem. You're not in the real prime material plane. Given that certain acts will draw attention to the dark powers, they may go, ooh.
Look at this one.
Size. This one's named what now? Sai? Let me check her up. Let me just do a quick Google search on this person here.
Call you on the telephone.
Mm-hmm.
What's this? Great tree? I could use that.
Quote unquote. This is from the original second edition stuff, which sometimes I fall back on, but who knows? Whenever someone commits,
God, if you come back in the main campaign as like an ally of Strahd, you and I are gonna have words.
Whenever someone commits an evil deed, and I would say mutilating a dead body is certainly, an evil deed, especially in the eyes of the dark powers.
So all morticians live in Ravenloft.
I mean, morticians are tasked to they don't mutilate the dead body.
They get paid.
They get paid too. But they don't mutilate corpses. They are used to improve the looks of corpses, especially before internment. However, you are just going ahead and just rooting around in there and, with a devil-may-care attitude. But yes, anyway, in order to determine whether or not a given act draws the attention of the dark powers, we make a use of a game mechanic called this dark powers check. It's a D100. I'm going to assign, at this point in time, I'm going to say it's just sort of like at the start of your burgeoning career as a Dark Lord, Sai. So I would say that you have a 25% chance of attracting the Dark Lord's attention, or the Dark Powers' attention. So go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
Now, she already has a dark gift. Does that change it at all?
Nope. That's actually a boon. That's a boon. So she rolled a 75. So I'm going to say that that's actually... Okay, so the dark powers sort of give her a once-over like, not yet. Not yet.
You're not ready. Come
Yes.
back to us when you're ready.
Yeah, come back.
Stop
back soon.
being a fucking goblin.
Now your cat, on the other hand,
The dark powers.
100%.
Super aware of her.
100% chance of becoming a Dark Lord.
She is the Dark Lord of this apartment.
Oh, 100%. So, Sai, you chop open Dorian's body. Is that correct? With your greatsword.
Yeah.
Make a nice...
Well, no, with your
greatsword.
With the
cane. With the cane sword. Sword cane. Yeah. Make a nice incision right at the sternum bone. Shink right all the way down to the pelvis. Guts
Nipples to navels, no man's land.
spill out, as do a great majority of the organs, desiccated, obviously, from being undead for quite a period of time. Did you expect a little person to jump out and go, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime cat"? Because that does not happen.
No. If I was
we
expecting
do
a little
love
thing
that
to be
alien.
in the face, I would open up the head and see if there was a little pilot sitting in there.
Oh, you want to chop the face out now? Now you're going. Now you want to pull the. Okay.
No. I'm just saying that if I was going to expect a person, it'd be up in the head.
That's
not
fair.
In the,
That's totally fair. That's a very Men in Black way of thinking.
Yeah.
I like
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, I guess.
So yeah,
Are you feeling okay?
Wilbin Dorian does not seem to have been any kind of a hidden drug mule or anything like that. So we're good there.
And
So
and whatever the ooze is doesn't
and leaves.
come out.
I think it doesn't come out. I think Vaara's correct.
So did he kill it, or is there a track away where the creature escaped?
Well, that's the thing. Do you know if that track that you spotted on the ceiling to the sink was the way in, or the way out, or both?
So Vaara's gonna. So she's tracked it to the sink. She's back on the ceiling. She's gonna start seeing where she can figure out where it goes.
Can I? Oh, I have an idea. Can I walk onto the ceiling to investigate the trail better?
I mean, I don't think there's really a need, but you can certainly try if you'd like.
Yeah.
Vaara, you're looking at this ceiling wetness, right? This trail.
Yeah.
It's very clear that if you look at, like, if you just did a calculation, the ceiling trail is literally, it ends right over the body, right? So it's very clear, at least from your understanding, that if this thing came out of the sink, it dropped onto him from the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
So it escaped through the sink.
Maybe. You're not sure, though.
Well, that's what I'm trying to determine. So following the trail on the ceiling, where does it either begin or end?
Right. Great question. So the trail begins at the sink.
Uh-huh.
Right? It goes
Comes to the body.
Goes to the body.
Up to the ceiling.
Right?
Where does it go from there?
Great question. It goes to the window.
Oh, the window. Which window?
Why did you just say that? I wouldn't have fucking sight kind of opened.
Oh, that window. Okay.
So
God damn it!
Saya is now standing there, looking at it, going, "Did I just cut this guy open for nothing?" Like,
yes.
You hear a little voice in your mind that's like, yes, you did.
Did anybody else hear that just now?
Huh? I mean, I hear things all the time. No, I really don't. I'm sorry. I was trying to fit in. Okay. Vaara's gonna throw open the window.
Okay. Screaming voices, the interminable mists.
I never closed the bottom door, so it's been screaming the entire time.
That's okay. There's like a whole.
The window.
There's a whole bunch of like undead ghouls that are all just sort of screeching and roiling in the mists towards the door. That's it.
Does
It must have been loud as hell in here.
I mean, you can drown it out eventually.
Yeah.
so does the trail continue outside of the window?
Yeah. I mean, there's like wetness on the window.
Where?
Like
Which
on the window.
direction does it go? Right, but
Outside the train.
if
Does it
I
go
open
up
the
the
window,
wall,
does it
onto the
continue?
ceiling? Does it just disappear into the air?
It goes. I mean, you see wetness. You see like condensation on the windows.
But when I open the window, there's nothing on the outside.
I mean, no, you don't see anything outside the train except for roiling mists.
Okay, so I'm gonna close the window again, and that's just where the trail ends.
Correct.
Is at the window.
That's correct.
Before you do that,
What?
I had a thought.
What?
Is Xarghuul still invisible?
What was that?
Is Xarghuul still invisible?
I mean, it's been close to an hour, so I would say yes, he's still invisible. Although he hasn't done very much, I'll be honest.
Xarghuul, can you make me invisible?
I think I can.
If you do, I can follow the tracks outside the train.
It doesn't go outside the train. It ends here.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure that's
it just
what
falls off the train. I figured it went somewhere else on the train.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't go outside the train. It ends at the window and just disappears. I don't know how or why. Maybe it's summoned. I don't know. But it just if I'm Megan, am understanding correctly, the trail stops at the window.
Correct.
Like there's okay, then yeah.
So there's no trail outside the window or went somewhere else.
No.
That's correct.
Okay, never mind then. Never mind then. I'm overcomplicating things, as usual.
Shocking. I'm shocked, Maeve.
Our little
Well, maybe not that
completionist. We love you, Maeve.
Must have complete and utter understanding of every single concept. I have a question.
When you
5 seconds later,
video
I have a
games,
question.
Do you have to get to 100%?
It depends. Sometimes.
Okay.
The answer is yes. The answer is yes. I'm just going to say it out loud.
If you must know, yes, I am absolutely the gremlin that will go around and open up every single box to find out if I'm missing anything important, even when it's usually just junk 99% of the time. Like, for instance...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I was just saying, like, with Baldur's Gate, I did that. Matt can confirm. Red can confirm.
Amazing.
I was going to say, Red put a question in the chat.
Oh, Red put a question in chat.
I don't understand what it means, so
Red says,
ask it out loud.
Oh yeah, Red, go ahead. Please ask your question out loud, since I don't think people can read that very small text. Go ahead.
Well, could I get Xarghuul to investigate Sai's recently carved up body, well, the body that Sai recently carved up, and see if he can figure out if he has seen this kind of like filling up of the lungs and drowning people of water kind of effect before.
You know what? That sounds fair. Make either a medicine check or an arcana check.
Okay.
I like the way you think, Red.
We're talking about a cleric, so I'll do medicine.
Okay, fair enough. Schrodinger's chest cavity.
18.
Nice, Red.
Holy shit, that was really good.
Welcome to Science Taxidermy. I carve and you investigate.
If I put the slithering tracker in a box and I close the box, does the slithering tracker exist? Who knows?
If I put this cat in a box, will she still fart? The answer is yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a constant of the universe.
With an 18, I think that you gain certain understanding of what this thing can do to a person. And it ain't fun. First of all, you discern that this creature is some kind of an ooze, if you haven't already figured that out. Okay. It is not that big, but it is not that small either. It's probably the size of at least in its full ooze form, it's probably about anywhere between 5 and 7 feet tall. Ooh, that cat's making noises.
Yeah, she's being a grumpy little princess tonight.
The fact that this ooze, this slithering tracker, seems to have gone in after grappling with Dorian for a while, seems to have gone in through the nose and mouth. So it has the ability to sort of squeeze down into a very small space and enter through the nasal passages in the mouth. So that you can garner that as well from your 18. It does seem as well that it has an ability to, how best to put this, use its form in the way that when it's in its ooze form to sort of not grapple in the same way like a snake can, right, which is wrapping itself around it, but to sort of put itself around a creature in a way that's like fighting like hardened jello. Does that make sense? Like you put yourself into a vat of ooze that you cannot really push up against because of the viscosity of the liquid. Does that make sense?
Like a non-Newtonian
fluid?
Like a non-Newtonian fluid. God, you're nerdy and I love it. Here we go.
You're talking nerdy to him.
I was about to say, I was like, I heard that like 3 times. There's an echo.
Non-Newtonian fluid, non-Newtonian fluid, non-Newtonian fluids. Yes.
And
you said the secret word.
Just because I'm a little chaotic, I'm actually going to make a roll with Xarghuul delving into the innards of this
Are you like
creature.
digging in there with your little fucking claws, man?
Okay.
Everybody's going for the Dark Powers roll now.
Let's do it.
Let's just all root around in the corpse.
Let's get rid of all the B team players. They're just all going to become Dark Lords of their own domains. I love it.
Since that was a low roll,
man.
this is well, I think Xarghuul, probably just as his invisibility is wearing off, because it would be more fun if his invisibility wears off as he does this.
Oh God.
Oh no.
He actually has,
He just appears elbow deep in
as one of
corpse.
his flaws, Originala, I've picked up some unpleasant habits from living among goblins, lizard folk, and orcs. So,
Unpleasant
Get out of
habits?
this.
he may be starting to eat.
Ooh, lovely.
No.
Delicious. Yeah, that is going to cause a Dark Powers check. Big time, sir.
This has nothing to do with my people. I do not know where he got this
Not
habit,
lizard
but
folk.
it was not from me.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Lizard
So,
folk.
I would say, yeah, delicious. I would say this is sort of like White Lotus level kind of fuckery here. So I'm going to say we're going to go with 32% on the Dark Powers check, sir.
Repeating, of course.
Repeating, of course. 32.3333, repeating, of course.
So that's a D100?
D100,
Okay.
please.
38.
Just a bit outside. Okay. Yeah, you just feel the sort of prickles in the back of your neck as you're just elbow deep and just pulling out innards and going, sweetbreads. Oh, yeah. But yeah, the Dark Powers pass over you.
Yeah, when he
What are
appears
you
like that,
doing?
Grizz will scamper over and just kind of like smack his hands away from his mouth and say, "What are you doing?
yeah.
We don't know how well everything resets for him. He might need those tomorrow."
Shit.
I mean,
And then she
nature-
realizes she got
Nice.
blood on her hands and just kind of like wipes it off.
Gross.
Do you wipe it on their goal?
No, she wipes it off on her own
Just-
robe. It's red.
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
Vaara turns to Liz and she says, I think I need help processing something.
Yeah, I think when this happens, like Liz is looking at her pocket watch, like trying to like figure out what time it is and how much time they have left, and then she like, excuse me, like she looks over and asks like,
Oh, yeah.
what do you mean? And then I look over and I see what the fuck's going on, and I drop the watch.
It's 9:30 p.m. You see the watch
Hey.
drop and you see 9:30 p.m.
I
Dial.
personally suggest that if anyone else wants to stay on this end of the train, they go give their ticket to the other asshole in that car back there, and then we throw this asshole off the other side. And wake up wherever.
Okay, so
Oh,
who
yeah,
needs
'cause
to
we were
go
gonna
where?
see
We're
if-
back.
okay, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Sai.
Oh no, she was just like, oh, because she was getting the sword ready to like run him through, and oh yeah, we were gonna throw him.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
Well, listen, if he cursed all these people to be stuck like this, I think it's only fair that we give them what they want.
Yeah.
At least this time.
Yeah.
Give the people what they want.
Exactly.
Okay, but
They wanted
again, who needs to
unnecessary
end up
surgery,
where?
Apparently.
Well, I'm going to come down here because I think I'm best equipped to fight the ooze creature.
Okay, do you need another person down here? I know Grizz has already given
Yes,
I am
Grizz-
staying.
ticket.
Grzdlyln.
All right. So, but yeah, my question is, how are we splitting? Do we need one other person down here, or do we, like, do the three of us? She points to Sai and Xarghuul and herself. Do we try to head him off at the pass in VIP?
Well, I think you're going to have a fourth.
Oh, that's right. So somebody else should stay here, so we're a little bit more even. Who?
Just Valdak should join you, if my theory is correct.
Hopefully.
If I may, I probably would be more effective going for the south route.
I'm
Going
gonna.
going where? Sorry. I
Which
couldn't
isn't
hear you.
really-
You want to stay down here?
Yes, I think it would be
Okay.
more effective because I think Sai herself can heal, as can I, and then we split the two healers up.
Liz is going to look at you and all the blood all over you and look very uncomfortable for a moment. And then she's going to prestidigitate you to get the fucking blood off of you because it's freaking. It's not doing great things for her particular brand of?
Well,
character?
I don't think okay, so if Sai and I are going to the fry and that the dragon lady joins us, have either of us talked to her ever? I don't think I have. Have you?
Well, I can go tell her what's going to happen.
Well,
and let her know.
okay.
You'll need to do that before we throw asshole off train.
Yeah.
I'll go do that right now. Who else?
Okay.
All right.
How far does message go? Is that just? It's like 120 feet.
Yeah, I can't get it from here. I'm gonna have to go back up.
Okay.
Xarghuul, come with me so you can give your ticket away. The store's closed.
Sai, you still have your ticket, right?
Yeah. They're not here anymore.
You walk back into the baggage car, and the ghosts aren't there.
Well, maybe they'll be in their bunks. Or they threw each other off the train, killing each other over that one ticket.
All right. I'm blocking the door so Tychus can't get away.
Wait, was this open before?
None of us noticed.
No.
I closed them both.
No, this is open.
What's open?
The door.
That's not a door. That's a window.
Oh, the window. The window's open?
The window was open when you guys came in. What are you talking about?
Okay. I thought it was new. No worries.
Nope. It's a window.
I'm just paranoid for no reason.
That's fine. I like that. I'm doing my job.
Yeah. So, is
Xarghuul
Xarghuul coming with me?
I hope so. I have no idea what's happening here. You guys are confusing and befuddling me to the nth degree. So I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Excellent.
We're confusing and befuddling me a little too, Matt. I feel you.
I'm just like, okay, that'll happen, and then this'll happen, and I'm like, okay, it's fine. Plans within plans within plans.
I work for Zinch, don't you know?
Were you going to give your ticket away?
Is that what we're trying to do?
Well, if you want to spawn down south, yes, because you'll need to get rid of your first-class ticket.
No one knows.
Or it could be
the best plans are the plans that no one has any idea about.
Okay, well,
it's literally it's our working theory, Red.
It's great.
I've had exactly one plan ever in D&D go off without a hitch that like did exactly what I wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I made it back up to the coach.
Elemental Bane, by the way, is a really under spell. Everybody, just keep that in the back of your memory. It's a great spell, and it's so underrated.
So you've made your way back up to the bar car in coach. People are beginning to look very tired. Like they're yawning, they're stretching. People are being, they're showing outward signs of fatigue.
Right. So yeah, I'm gonna like come up and just kind of like work him to yawn and just sort of like. That was a journey. How are you doing? I'm gonna look over at my dragonborn friend.
Valdek rubs her eyes. She says, "Well, I'm doing fine. I'm thinking of heading to bed soon, right?" And she looks over at the Warforged. The Warforged says nothing. Just stares at her. She says, "Do you have the time? I haven't heard any
I do, yes.
Any announcements from the conductor. I don't know why that is. Strange, right?
Very strange.
Yeah.
I don't suppose your Warforged friend would allow me to guide you back to your bunk.
Well, usually what happens is at around 10 o'clock, the conductor comes on the speakers, and she points at the speakers, and she says, and when the conductor comes on the speakers, that's the time for everyone to go to bed, or at least is gently urged to do so. And at which point I can gesture to my friend here and allow him to escort me back to my room.
Right.
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 Do you want a drink?
I mean, if I'm going to be here for a while.
Hey, then, yeah, I'll get 2 drinks for us, and I will start messaging them again to explain our plan.
Okay, I will say Carbuncle comes back, although I don't have his token here. Carbuncle does come back, and he avails you of a couple of drinks.
So yeah, I'm obviously not going to explain the entire plan because it's so much crazy pieces.
So if you wouldn't mind, just because time is running a little short, if you wouldn't mind just giving a very brief 2-sentence explanation to those who may not necessarily understand what the fuck is happening right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So after we throw our dickish friend off the train, the time should reset. When that does, we will be splitting up between 2 groups of 3.
Okay.
Myself, Xarghuul, and Grzdlyln should be waking up in coach because we won't have first class tickets anymore. We will then rush down south to the bottom of the train, in theory, but I think it should work. So we're going to rush down to the caboose to save Dorian before the ooze gets him. Okay. And if we need to fight the ooze, we will fight the ooze, so be it. We just make sure he survives. While the other 3 members of our party are investigating friend here.
Sorry, you mentioned 3 people.
Yeah, so the Dragonborn, and then names.
Valdak, Vaara, and Sai.
Thank you.
So Valdak has a first class ticket.
Yes, we gave her one.
Yeah. Yes, I gave her one in the book.
Got it.
So she has a first class ticket. So in theory, she should wake up in first class with the other 2.
That's fair.
They can then rush to the front of the train to take on what the hell is his name?
Tychus.
Thank you. Yes, to take on Tychus.
Typhoid Mary. Yep.
Okay.
And maybe stop him from summoning the thing in the first place.
So I'm going to put this in chat just to make sure I have the 2 groups in my head, right? So group 1.
Yeah.
These are people who have just coach tickets, yeah? So that is Vaara.
No, Vaara is in first class.
Sorry.
Liz and Grizz.
Liz and Grizz.
Grizz.
And Xarghuul.
The buddy cop.
Xarghuul hasn't taken his yet.
Got it.
Yeah.
Xarghuul, who still has his ticket, from what I understand, correct?
Yes.
We thought he was following Liz to go give it away.
I also thought he was following me, but he did not. So
fair enough. Okay, and then
Xarghuul wants to test to see if he falls asleep in the caboose. If he wakes up in the caboose.
You do you, man. We'll be fine.
We're all gonna end in the caboose because that's where we're gonna throw this guy off the train.
Sai and Vaara and Valdak would be in first class. Got it.
Yes.
Potentially, probably along with Xarghuul if he doesn't give away his ticket.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
And it will be a 2-pronged thing. We'll each do our things at the same time.
Yep.
One of us deal with the asshole at the front of the train, and one of us save the guy at the back of the train, and then hopefully he can help us to figure out how the hell we get off this fucking train.
And Matt, in case you need to make this note,
yes,
Vaara has done her absolute very best to block the sink.
Got it. No, I heard you do that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Very true. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I was like, I have no idea if it'll actually, but
I understand. No, that was a valiant and smart idea. Okay.
I don't know if the caboose resets the same way as everything else.
Yeah.
Understood. Okay.
The good news.
We've gone full Snowpiercer.
So the good news, which I will say right now, and why Liz wants to go down to the caboose, is if this thing can suffocate you, she does not need to breathe.
Elizabeth, that's correct.
Yes. So
nice.
Her facing such a creature, hopefully, should at least negate some of its abilities.
It's possible. See.
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
And if not, well, then we'll figure it out. And if we die another time, well, we'll figure it out.
We will do the same thing. We'll keep replaying the level until we get it right.
Perfect.
I mean, that's kind of
save
scummers. You guys are save scummers. All right. So let's quickly, just because we're running a little bit low on time, Xarghuul, let's turn to you and determine what it is that you want to do, and then once that plan has been put into motion, you guys can throw Mama from the train
throw the
if you
asshole
want.
From the train.
Yeah, exactly.
Chuck him.
Okay, this might also get me a Dark Powers thing, but I want to make sure he's awake when we do it.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty hardcore. So I don't mind rolling a Dark Powers check for you.
No,
I know.
Cool.
Don't give him what he wants.
Oh,
Anyway.
give me what I want and I'll go away, as the saying goes. All right.
So
That is not true at all.
Not true at all. All right. So Xarghuul, quickly now, what do you want to do with your ticket?
Xarghuul, even though he said he wants to help with the people down in the south, he secretly wants to go with Valdak, so that's why he's keeping his ticket.
Cool. Okay. So Xarghuul will keep
Right.
his. So
So
he will be.
Xarghuul's gonna
So I'm going to
buy
go
this.
ahead and say Xarghuul is going to keep his ticket. So I'm going to make another note saying Xarghuul first
Why
class.
don't you just tell us? We can switch
Yeah,
who's going
like-
first. So much
Like,
fucking
for
easier.
real,
Xarghuul
why
first
are
class.
you lying to us? Why are you lying to your party?
Red
sure?
platinum.
Are
Okay.
you sure the dark powers thing failed?
It's his decision.
Listen,
I know,
I
I
don't
know.
think that
Chaotic.
I think Xarghuul, the Dark Powers check failed on Xarghuul. Whether or not the Dark Powers checked on Red Platinum failed is
Oh,
a
shit.
totally different
Fair.
story.
Fair.
Cool.
They've always been there, you know that.
No, please. You live in Australia. It's a domain of dread as it is, so that's fine.
You do have all the spiders and
All the
snakes.
things that want to kill you in that
I'd-
beautiful,
I'd
beautiful
much
country.
No.
rather, if I were to choose between like any dealing with anything in Africa and like Australia, I'd choose Australia because shit is way scarier in wildlife in Africa.
Mm.
Now, does that mean that the
Lions and tigers
Underdark?
and gorillas, oh my.
Does that mean that people in the Underdark have an Australian accent?
I always thought of the Drow as having French accents, but that's just the way I think of things. Just because they're so effete. And
I mean,
How you
ballsy.
say pardon?
Oh, France is its own.
Also,
domain of
because the
dread,
word
so.
like
Oh,
the
for sure.
Paris.
goddess's name
Specifically.
Lolth sounds so much better with a French accent.
Lolth?
Lolth, yes.
Lolth.
How do you
Uh-huh.
how do you say Loth in Australian, Red?
Loaf.
She asked Red
his
and
mouth
Matt
You know,
answered.
that's true. No, I'm sorry, Red. How do you say lolf with an Australian accent?
Well, I can't do an Australian accent, but I would just say low.
Well, it's the same
In
thing.
Australia, mate.
Oh, it's the same.
That's fine.
Okay. It's that one.
'cause
It's that one section. from
Big
Love
ass
Actually.
spiders.
Yep.
The big ass
Oh,
spiders in Australia
That's
too.
not that different.
All right, so
Table.
Xarghuul, we've figured out what you're doing with your ticket.
Bottle.
Who wants to do the honors? Who wants to wake up our friend here and chuck him out the window, or chuck him out the door?
I'm not gonna be
mean,
the one to wake him up, but I'm definitely
I'm the
kicking
only
him
one
in the ass
strong
on the way
enough
out.
to chuck him out the window.
Would you mind
No, no,
terribly? I love this
size
this
19.
sort of squiggly shit. Would you mind if I removed it just for the sake of my own sanity?
Yes.
I mean,
that was
I
the
didn't
path,
draw it,
That was
no.
the
The
path,
Path of the ooze. Okay.
Oh,
I drew it.
the
It was
path of
Size
the
of a 19,
resistance.
by the way.
I was like, what the fuck
What's
is
that?
this thing?
Side
And then
has
those
a
were my
19.
asses, the
Ooze
two places.
resistance?
All right. So who wants to wake him up?
Or just total dead.
Oh, I'll wake
No, you
I'll
ain't
wake
wake him up.
I'll wake him up. I am going to stick a single good berry in his mouth, close his jaw, and then smack him across the face.
He coughs.
I've got him. Like he is grappled before he wakes up.
And you have him around his arms.
Good morning, asshole. Are you having a pleasant journey today?
He just smiles, licks his lips. He goes, tasted like shit.
You should tell
Okay.
him that we
Well,
appreciate
you
her.
are undead.
God, you're just impossible to please. Anyway.
I don't know why he keeps flirting with me. It's really weird. You're not my type.
It
Too
really
short.
is. I don't understand.
Psh,
I was gonna
flirting.
say, no wonder he's single, but
Yeah,
Fucking sigh.
flirting.
I mean,
She's all
he's
yours.
single now.
Wait, weren't you trying to turn him into a hand puppet earlier, Sai?
What?
Not
No,
a
that was the
hammer.
other guy.
No, Sai was
Sai was.
no. Sai was definitely
Oh.
threatening.
He
to put
looks-
things in him.
He looks over
I'm
at
sorry, I
yeah.
understand.
he
now.
looks over at Dorian's body, which has been thoroughly, just completely disemboweled at this point. He goes, "I don't remember that. I don't remember that before you knocked me out. Whenever you folks did this."
Yes,
I
I did.
believe
Well, it
And,
was- it was a team
you want me
effort.
to do the same with you? Because I certainly will.
Oh no, I didn't think that they made shit in such a small size?
When we said we were waking him up, I thought we were doing the thing, not letting him talk.
Oh yeah, let's do
Before
it. And
he-
Vaara just chunks him out.
Okay.
Just before you throw him out,
She just tosses him to the ghost.
Sai says,
say-
"I'll see you
Oh,
soon."
talk fast. Because I gotta carry him to the back. So
Okay.
talk fast.
So Liz isn't there, but I feel like you should pick him up and hold him close to the door so the hands get to grab him and pull him out.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. He's like, "Oh, hello, my beauties," and then he just
And then
you chuck him out the door.
Grizz does like plant a foot directly in his ass on his way out.
Yeah. He
That's
But Sai wanted
her
to say
farewell.
something.
He
before
goes out the
went.
door, and you just hear this horrible rending and ripping sound as Tychus Ducard is literally pulled apart. You hear this horrible squelching sound as these creatures siphon all of the life from his body, and you hear him just screaming with laughter.
Yep.
And then all 5 of you black out. And that's where we're going to stop for tonight.
I sure hope I'm right, friends, but we'll find out.
We'll find out next week. Or actually, not next week. We'll find out in 2 weeks.
If not, I have other thoughts, but I
One
hope
shot.
I'm right.
Cool. Good job, folks. We're one step closer to solving this Scooby-Doo fucking train mystery. I would actually like to finish off. Who hasn't gotten a Dark Powers check? Because you all deserved it. Raw, I don't know. You didn't. No, I didn't. No, I wouldn't say that you deserved it. You didn't do sort of like really egregious shit. I don't think Elizabeth did either. Xarghuul with the fucking rooting in there, and Sai with the choppity with the cane sword. I think that you two deserved it. I can't see it yet. With the other 3, Grizz and Liz and Vaara, not yet.
He's like, I didn't do it.
Oh, poor baby.
That's what I did. I tried
He
to.
said, "Poor baby."
Now, Matt, are you still going to introduce...
Vaara is a poor baby. I'm sorry.
Matt, I remember once upon a time you mentioned wanting to involve the Dark Powers in the main group. Are you still going to do that?
Who says I won't? Who says I won't?
Oh, Mick-Mick's gonna have you.
I
See,
mean,
really red.
Moynat is basically already a Dark Lord, so she's a demi-Dark Lord.
Yeah, so we'll see.
And
how
she's
things-
hot.
Hey.
With all her blue
Oh
eyes.
no, she's hot. Yeah, that's the best way to involve Dark Lords. Just get them
I will say there still is an
to be
opportunity
snacks.
dark side, but it's a very specific circumstance. So.
I know what circumstance that is too. All right,
Yes,
so
you do.
I certainly do.
I
All
will
right,
be very
so
mad at you if you do it.
I'll take the hit. It's for the sake of the channel. Let's go ahead and finish off. Let's finish off with some goodbyes very quickly, if you wouldn't mind. Sarah, let's start with you in the top left-hand corner. Where can people find you on the internets, please?
I am Sarah. You can find me on the internets at Lovely Llama, which primarily means on Discord. That's the only place I actually bother to post anything anymore. You'll find me on our Discord. You will find me over on the Dark Domains server. And also now on Maestria Nord, one of their sister, brother, sibling channels. Where starting next Wednesday, I will be playing in a once-monthly Vampire the Masquerade campaign set in Victorian London during the time of Jack the Ripper.
Woo! I love it.
So,
I love it.
I'm joining a story already in progress, and it's gonna be a riot. I'm really excited. So check that out. You guys know Darth Caustic from Dark Domains. He plays in Star Wars with Red, and yeah. And then you find me here on Slices and Dices most Fridays.
That is true. Thank you, Sarah. Moving over to Jane. Jane, where can people find you on the internet, please?
Oh, you can find me on here, Slices and Dices, mostly on the Discord. I will be in a one-shot next week with DM or Game Master Darth Caustic. I will be playing basically a character that's an aspect of myself, like most of my characters are.
They're all rabbits. Just saying.
No,
There are no
rabbit.
rabbit vampires.
Well,
God, can we
you've never
stop?
read that book series.
And I never will.
Whoa.
Now I want to.
It's kind of funny. I think it's called. We'll get to the name
Unless
later.
you mean Banicula, which yes, I did read.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. No, my character on that is going to be a parody of Al Borland from.
From Home Improvement.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I've called her.
Loved
I've called
Al.
her Allie Lorben. I think that's what I called her.
Oh my god!
So there's that, and of course, the week after that, we're back here for Ravenloft, and let's see what kind of progress and shenanigans we get into.
Love it, love it, love it.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Who the hell do you think you are? How dare you? I'm telling Tally.
Shenanigans.
All right. Thank you so much, Jane. We're moving over to Maeve. Maeve, where can people find you on the internet?
Hey, I'm Maeve. You can find me in quite a lot of places, I think. You can find me in the Slices and Dices server, along with the Dark Domain server, along with the Mates of Fate server. I play quite a lot of different games. I'm doing Ravenloft. I'll be doing my own game later in the year as the DM, which will be really fun. I'm also going to be in an Everyday Heroes game in May. I'm going to be playing on Darth.
Which one?
I'm going to be playing with Darth as a DM. He's doing. He's making his own story. It's like in the future, I guess? Question mark.
Oh, cool.
We're basically on a big ship that's coming back to the planet after it got nuked to shit, and getting to investigate. So I plan on making the stupidest character possible.
Love
and
it.
I'm going to be playing with my roommate, and our characters are going to be married, and it's going to be just the stupidest relationship. So,
very interesting. Very interesting.
We're kind of doing the whole Firefly thing.
Wash and Zoe?
Yeah, we're going to do Wash and Zoe.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
Let's hope that nobody gets impaled for the chest.
No leaves on the wind.
Well,
No, yes, exactly.
No leaves on the wind.
Washed. Essentially. But anyway, I also do art. You haven't seen it yet, but I did all the art tokens for our Ravenloft party, the main group, when we come back in a couple sessions.
Yes, indeedy.
I'm super excited for that, and also I did all the alien tokens, and I'm sorry I'm rambling, I'm tired. Anyway,
no worries.
I had a really fun time tonight, and I got to be a conspiracy theorist with all the crazy things on this ring, and I appreciate that.
I expected the red string with the pin push, the push pins all over the place. Now wait, here's the theory I have. Is that...
Yeah, I have gone full conspiracy theorist with this fucking train with Liz. There's so much going on.
Matt, you need to put a corkboard in this train somewhere for Elizabeth.
Please do. So I can
There's
set it
only
up.
one car that you guys haven't been that may indeed have a corkboard.
The engine.
And
the
red
engine
string.
room.
Yep.
Go to the engine room.
We have not been in.
Yeah.
But Liz is on the wrong end of the train. In theory.
In theory.
Oh, no.
In theory.
It's up to Barbara.
Speaking of which,
Yes.
Megan, tell us where you can be found upon the internets.
That's me. You can find me at Megan Lenapp on Instagram or Discord or in various pieces of theater around New York City.
Nice. I love it. Thank you so much, Megan. Red Platinum, where can people find you on the internet, please?
You can most likely find me on a Discord, which hasn't been linked yet, but you can find us on the Discord, and like most of the other people here, I've actually taken a dip into the Dark Domain and had a little one-shot adventure skeletons that was recently uploaded. That was fun. I played an orc skeleton that kept chopping people's arms off.
Amazing.
That was fun. But next week we have the same DM I had for that, which is good old Darth, running me through my first vampire game. So that's going to be fun.
Oh boy!
I've decided to play. I've decided to play the I've decided to play the what is it? The prepper, Doomsday Prepper.
Oh God.
That's just about right. That's just
Doomsday
perfect.
Prepper. And
Oh my God.
for
Makes sense.
all those gamers around, her surname is Carmine. Yes, the same Carmines as in Gears of War Carmine. So if you know what that means, hopefully it won't happen, but knowing me, it probably
I have
will.
no idea.
We'd have to do some serious
well,
Google searching
basically,
here.
Carmine's are basically
We
the red
don't
shirts
we
of
don't
the
have time
group.
for the longest time. Just we don't have time. We just don't. I want to go to sleep.
Red shirts, basically.
Thank you. Appreciate
Mine
you.
was short.
Yours
Yes,
was?
it was.
Yeah, thank you very much, Megan. Brevity, soul of wit. There we go. Moving on. Anything else, Red? Thanks very much, Red.
That's
all right, thank you. Folks, it's been a hell of a night. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, chicken jockey. That's all I gotta say. If I have one thing to say, which is short, is thank you. Thank you to all my awesome players. Thank you to the creator of this amazing module that we have just taken apart and fucked around with, like Sai has just eviscerated the body of Tychus Ducard and then, or not Tychus, but Wilman Dorian, and just messed around with its guts and just tossed them everywhere. Yeah, we've done that. We have done that for no time for the wicked. The creator of said module, who's in our Discord. I mean, I hope that they were witness to this depravity that you have all put me through.
They unfortunately couldn't watch this tonight, but
that's fair. They will watch it on YouTube.
But they
when
will
I put this
find
back.
out. They will find out.
Speaking of which, our good friend who has made this wonderful adventure, Ryan, who goes by the name, if I'm incorrect, he'll kill me. Grog. Here it is. Grog 289. Grog 289 is Ryan. Grog 289. He's created his own awesome website called called Grinning Portal Games. I got to get it right. Grinning Portal Games. So if you go to grinningportalgames.com, you will have the opportunity to interface with Ryan, to check out all of his really great adventures that he's got there, and check him out on Blue Sky, grinningportal.bluesky.social. You can check him out there, and he's got. I'm not gonna lie, he's got an adventure that I am seriously looking into potentially doing, and that is a scenario. It's a D&D 5th edition scenario that's set in the 1950s. And it's a horror movie.
Pick me.
It's a horror. Whoa. Hands down, ladies. Hands down. Yeah.
I mean, sure.
I
Cool
want
it.
a poodle skirt and saddle shoe my way through.
If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it
thing.
full 1950s like style.
Are we dressing up?
I will do it.
Oh, hell yeah.
We have to. But I have to read it. I just got the sort of front page of it, but that's neither here nor there.
You don't understand how much Happy Days was a part of my personality younger.
Well, it's a horror.
I was Joni Cunningham.
It is a horror game, a horror adventure set in 1950s, and it's D&D 5e. So I'm looking forward to reading that. But yeah, Grinning Portal
so
Games.
The Fonz is a serial killer.
I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, just to wrap this up, thank you to my players. Thank you to all of our awesome sponsors. You've all seen the ads, so you don't need me to go into detail about them. If you buy from them, please give us a like, give us a sub, give us a follow on Twitch or YouTube, wherever you see this. Our next game here on this channel is actually going to be, I think, the same game that we've talked about, which is this Vampire the Masquerade game, which is going to be streamed on April 18th. So that's next Friday. So we'll see how that works out. Darth is going to be GMing that, so I'm lucky to be part of it. I love the dude. He's been an amazing sponsor of his own to us.'t our own custom dice, which I've got here on my desk. Super kind, amazing dice that are just so cool, and they have this really great color to them. So yeah, big time fan of Grum's Bag of Holding, which is another Ryan, Darth Caustic's. Too many Ryans. So many Matts. But yeah, that's it for tonight then, folks. Thank you all to the Raiders, of course, who jumped in midstream to watch us through all the way through. Come back and see us again sometime. And then, yeah, we'll be back on Friday. Until then, folks, we love you. And remember, take care of each other. But do not forget to take care of yourselves. Thanks, folks. See you soon. Suck you soon. What the fuck is wrong with suck you soon? Yeah, there we go.
Oh god.
Chicken jockey.
What the